Are you guys already playing a game? Are you already making up roles for yourselves? Oh, you're taking all the work out of it for me. Hello, welcome. Happy day, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the stream. I'm so glad that you're here with me. I have so much to tell. I spent most of the night reading, so I'm almost done Sarah Polly's book because it was raining all day. I really wanted to go to the park. I always want to go to the park. But you can't really go to the park if it's raining, especially with a dog that doesn't like the rain. So unfortunately, all I got to do last night was read. But that's okay. Now my mind is full of all of those stories and those stories. Hi V. Hi Gamer Acid Snake. It has been an eon. It has been an eon with you. Absolutely. You and I together on the internet for all time? Okay. Sign me right up for it. Is it a macchiato? It's not. It's oat milk and tea, and it's just split very beautifully. A very beautiful split. Oh, thank you, Dashing. Yes, there are the socials. We do love to socialize. I mean, in certain ways we like to socialize. In other ways, it's like, leave me the fuck alone. The universal sign of leave me the fuck alone in public, I think, is obviously headphones on. Would you? I don't think anyone can disagree with that. Oh wait, pardon me, hold on. Cat Sexual. Cat Sexual was the first sub, and so I'm gonna say thank you to them first, and then thank you for reminding me, Faza13. It's a little wrap dress, and I do love a little wrap dress. It sits so nicely. Welcome back, Faza, for 4 months in a row, and welcome back, Cat Sexual, for 3 months. Cat Sexual is, I feel like at some times in my life, I am also a cat sexual, where I'm like, oh no, the only person that's gonna watch me do anything sexy is the cat from the dresser. I hope it's not a bestiality joke. Never the cat involved, but like the only living creature to bear witness would be the cat. Oh. That's only because you guys haven't found my secret Chatterbait account yet. It could be you. It could be you who unlocks the glories of the universe. Don't stop looking. Never stop looking. R2. Maru. Maru? How much of that L is going to get in there? Maybe not so much. Hello, my love. You love me? Ooh, the power. The pattern on the dress is cute. Little flowers. I love some little flowers. It's a little wrap. It's cute. Only it usually has like a big bow here, but I just tied it in a knot and then put the ribbon around my waist. I think it's okay. I'll keep it. Oh, sorry, babe. I'll keep it. Oh, yes. Also, the big curly whirly hair. The backlighting makes it feel frizzier than it is, I promise. I love it. I love my hair curly too. To the point where I'm like, oh, should I just get a perm? I always wanted to get a perm and just get like those curls put in semi-permanently. Oh, thank you, Cara Mars. Thank you, Cara Mars. Thank you for the subscription. It's been 2 months of subscribing. I can't wait for those to be double digits, baby. Hey V, what's good, Dre? How are you feeling today? Hey V, do you want to date me? I can't flirt, but I can cook. I feel like I already went on a date with you. I know this guy. I've met this guy a few different times in a few different ways. Do you often feel, too, that we are just the same soul, like bumping into ourselves over and over and over again? Because I do. Because I absolutely do. I'm like, we're so universal. It's all. The perm would be so super for summer. So pretty for summer. I can also just get better at curling my hair. Like, I don't need to go to a salon and pay hundreds of dollars to make somebody do this. I can do it myself, kind of. I'll get better at it. I'll get better. The more I practice, the better I shall become. That's how it goes in the video games. And I'm almost positive that video games are based on life. So, it stands to reason. Don't listen to me, please. Not everyone understands that headphones mean don't fucking talk to me. Like older people here, for example. Yes, they just hate you. They just hate you, and they're just like looking for any reason. Sorry, I can sit back. I'm cutting my head off. They're looking for any and every reason to truly just be like, yo, kids are so disrespectful nowadays. Oh, kids today are so disrespectful. So disrespectful the kids are. And they're not wrong, and then they are super wrong. On one hand, yeah, kids are disrespectful these days. But then also it's not just these days. Kids have been disrespectful forever. And like we have to remember as we get older, which don't worry, none of you are ever gonna do. We're all gonna die in the climate wars. But for the past generations, when they had the privilege of growing older, they often forgot what little shits they were as children. We gotta try to remember what little shits we are as children. Good afternoon, V. I hope you're doing well. It was raining quite a bit yesterday, but I somehow managed to survive. The kids have always been disrespectful. It is not anything new. Whenever people talk like this, I always love to think about Pompeii and how we had just a veritable treasure trove of a snapshot of life from way back when. And it was strikingly similar to today's internet. There's a lot of dick jokes, like a lot of dick jokes. Just around, always. You're walking your kid to, actually, I guess if your kid was being educated, it was probably homeschooling through a tutor. Back in the day, there weren't like organized schools. All of the parodies. I'm specifically thinking, was it a Treehouse of Horror episode? No. It was the episode where they're falling asleep in church and they're going through all the Bible studies in the stories. And Lisa's dreaming of Milhouse being Moses. And they're trying to equate the story of the Jews in Egypt. But it's like a children's school. That's not what it was like. Slavery was not like school. Slavery was not like school. But you know what the truth is? Very few of us can really comprehend it. There was a failed Disney, I don't know if it was Disney World or Disneyland, but there was a failed Disney experience of Be a Slave. I read the title of that article and was like, and that's as much information as I really think I need. And I think I got everything I needed right there. And there it is. Not really something that you just play act for an afternoon and go, I understand what that's like now. I get it. I get it now. Is it me, says Weapon? Am I out of touch? No. It's the kids. The kids are wrong. Exactly. Good. Last time it rained and I was outside with my sister. She melted. Exactly. I'm made of tissue paper and sugar. I'm often very afraid of the rain taking me away forever. I'm not a child anymore, and I'm still disrespectful. Many people would call you childish then, in which case, do you get to be childish forever? Congratulations, yes. What pose would you be caught in if you were in Pompeii volcano eruption? Just like, yeah! Peace and eat pussy, guys. I'm dying right here, right now. Come get me. What is it called? It's like eclastic, or there's a special word for the type of eruption that it was. There's like a EK sound somewhere in the word. I don't often remember the entire word, but there's like elements that remain familiar. Oh yes, horrible mistakes are made. No, there's like a specific type of volcanic eruption. It also happened to those people on White Island. There were tour boats that would go twice a day to this island that had what they thought was like inactive, just sort of chill volcano. And then it erupted, and it was the same type of eruption that killed all those people in Pompeii. And some people did die on White Island as well. Some people were just terribly fucking burned. Terribly burned. Fuck, what a nightmare. Whew. I don't know what kind of apocalypse is coming for you, but in Southern Ontario, volcanic is way back, like way far down on the list. Mercifully so. I want to know what year Disney tried to pull that off. Please, Awesome Sauce, do some Googling. Do a Google. Do a Google and let all of us become richer with the knowledge. Come on now. No. Oh my God, no. No, I'm not ready for it to be 1993. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. That's... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's way too soon. Oh, we're playing fetch. Okay. Go get... Oops. Oh. My aim is unparalleled. Go get it. Okay. I actually threw it, and it went far this time. I'm seeing 3 types. Ooh. Magmatic, Freatomagmatic, Hydrovolcanic. Phratic? Oh, Jesus. Oh man, I'm way far off then. I'm remembering something completely differently, and I don't even know exactly what I'm remembering then. It happens every once in a while, yeah. Wait, there it is, pyroclastic. Aha! There we go. That's the word that I was looking for. Yes, pyroclastic. What's pyroclastic volcano eruption? And why was it not in, and how did you find it but Ritus did not? These are all oh yes, I'm getting into this. Pyroclastic. Maybe pyroclastic is like a type of magmatic. Or because it was an island, maybe it's Freatomagmatic? Friato? Frito-Lays? Those are chips. That's not what we're talking about. Good news, some people did survive the Pompeii volcano eruption. I know, yes. I feel like I also saw that on the internet recently. And it was like, yeah, the wealthy people ran away and they told their servants to like stay behind. Oh, doesn't that feel familiar? It was in a geology book years ago. Book, you say? Not the internet? Witchcraft. Reading paper words. That's perfect. Pyroclastic is applied to volcanic products or process that involve explosive ejection and fragmentation of erupting material. It literally means fire broken. Pyroclastic. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. That's the word. Broken apart by fire. You guys, I know what you should name the next round of Pokemon that you play when you pick the fire starter. I know what you should name him. I got names for you. Do I ever have names? Do you rename your Pokemon? If you have the option in-game to give certain things titles or names, or what about for yourself? Do you give yourself a different name? Are you guys just using this username, that username, those usernames? I love giving nicknames. I absolutely do. Oftentimes when I would do replays of Pokemon, I would name all the characters after either a TV show that I really liked. So like I did all of them off of Adventure Time, which was great. Bow. Bow, my love, you have to bring it up here. Bow, you gotta bring it here. You gotta bring it here. Up here. Thank you. Good girl. What a smart dog. I named my character my dude. I'll rename my starters, but I can't remember any now that I renamed. Adventure Time characters was so good because it's very video gamey already in its style, in that like there's different zones, there's different like princesses who represent different types of elements, and then you got Finn, who's a human, but he lives in the Grass Kingdom and he's often like considered the Grass Prince. And then you got Jake with his stretchy powers, Marceline the Vampire Queen. There's so many different, and they all kind of match up pretty nicely with the Pokemon typing as well. I like it a lot. I love Adventure Time. I never finished it, actually. I feel like I watched basically all the way up until the finale. And then the finale episodes, I was like, I can't do this. And then because I didn't finish watching it, I kind of missed out on the HBO stuff as well. I love to delay gratification, and I'm in no hurry. I also, like, you read things online as well, so you get the kind of the gist of what the ending was like, and it was a good ending. It's worth watching. It's, like, worth enjoying, so I'm gonna eventually. I love my tea and I really, really want it, but also it's not even that hot. Why am I so hot? Why am I so hot? I'm getting a heat flash. I loved Adventure Time so much. Adventure Time is our Lord of the Rings. So creative, so well thought out. I loved it so. It was so wonderful and epic to go on that adventure. Also so rare in cartoons to allow the characters to grow and to age. But that was a big part of Adventure Time, was that Finn was getting older every single year. And that as he got older every single year, they let his character change and they let his voice change. They let the depth of the storytelling change. Fuck, some of those episodes got... I mean, I don't need to tell you if you've seen it, and if you haven't seen it, me saying deep is not doing it justice. Oh, Just Chill says, I'm literally watching the whole thing in order. I'm gonna do a whole rewatch of it too. I absolutely love it. I want it. It's gonna happen. We're doing it. I don't know when. I don't know how. But I'm also on board with that. Yeah, 1000%. I need to rewatch it again to get the feel of it. I always name my Honkro Slickback after the Boondocks character. You mean a pimp named Slickback? Slickback? You have to say the whole thing. I stumbled. I fucked it up. Oh, yes! Dear lords of the internet, dear gods of all the tubes, Cloud God, blessings upon all of you. Hooray! My first gifted subs of the week. Yes, thank you. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Bubbo, you're my babe. Yeah, he does look, that Honkro does kind of look, why does that Pokemon have a pimp hat? I don't think that's appropriate for a children's game. And that's exactly why I like it, because it's not appropriate for a children's game. And I'm not here for children don't get to enjoy children appropriate things. Also, children are bored by children things. They want adult things. Oh yeah. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're my knight in shining armor. You're saving me from yes, exactly. The embarrassment of not having money thrown at me, which is, it's frankly unacceptable. Thank you. Oh my god. Thank you, Puzzle. V, as always, it's good to watch you. Just good to hang out. Good to have a grand old day. Oh, I'm having the time of my life just chatting with you. And the fact that you guys occasionally hurl dollar bills at me, it does make me feel like I should be taking off my clothes. But then I look down and I go, they're barely on me anyways. I know what you like. Does she make that sound every time we gift subs? No, it'll be different sounds every time. Sometimes it's angry sounds. Sometimes I'm mad about it. Salazzle, too, seems inappropriate to have in the game. I knew exactly who it was right away. Yes, it's that fucking lizard that made us all realize that we were bisexual as women and very straight as men. Why do I want to fuck the Pokemon? Why do they keep making Pokemon so fuckable? Why is the lizard hot? Why does the lizard have Bella Hadid's body and proportions? Why? I'm also never going to get over, I think it's too long even to type in my chat, but on Bella Hadid's birthday, her father on Instagram, I think, wrote this big, he was like, Princess of Palestine, the goddess of the desert, the divine reincarnation of love. Oh, Guy Smiley, thank you. He's talking about Bella, and he's like this huge, it's like he's saying Daenerys Targaryens. I love the $5. I know what that means. He's going on and on about Bella, and then he goes, and also her sister Gigi. Just tacked on. Just tacked on there at the end. Inappropriately. What the... If I was Gigi, I'd be like, Dad, what the fuck? Dad, what the fuck? Why does a lizard have titties? Why does a lizard have titties? Also, Lopunny is one that I thought of like that too. I love that Lopunny is the Ariana Grande Pokemon. I have an alpha Lopunny on my team right now for Pokemon Arceus. Sorry, Arceus. I'm gonna have to learn how to pronounce it properly. I love her though. I love her so much, my Lopunny. I named her Nozomi. For Pokemon Arceus, I'm using my name V, which is great because if you play as the female trainer, the male trainer's name, who's your like buddy and not really rival, not necessarily, but your buddy, his name is Ray, which is R-E-I. And so V-I-E and R-E-I feel like they kind of go together. So I really like that. I really like that. It gives me all sorts of tingles. Tingles in my jingles. And then I name all of my Pokemon like old school, beautiful Japanese names because it's kind of set in Japan in the past. So I named Sylveon is, oh shit. It's Tsukuko? Kiko? Tsukiko? I feel like that's right, and I feel like that means Moon Kid. Please look that up for me. I'm pretty sure that's what Sylveon's name is. Tsukiko? Kiko? Tsukiko? No, wait, maybe one less Ki. I know I can't remember exactly. Anyways, Sylveon and Tsukiko. We love Nozomi as my Lopunny. I love that. Our Togekiss. What's Togekiss's name? Was Togekiss Tadashi? I think I named Togekiss Tadashi after the Big Brother character from Big Hero 6, who died for no fucking reason. I love Big Hero 6. It's one of my favorite movies. Everything about it makes me so happy. I really actually, that's not true. I don't love that JT Miller is in it. Don't love his voice acting in it because he turned out to be kind of like a scummy weirdo guy. But anyways, I still really love the movie. Really love the movie. But Tadashi died for no fucking reason. So I named my Togekiss Tadashi. So that he could live forever. Let him live forever. And not just inside Baymax. Ditto is clearly the hottest Pokemon, as it can assume any shape. Evan? You know what, Evan? Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm just grateful that you didn't bring up Vaporeon. I am just soothed. Soothed in my soul, which is right underneath my breasts. Soothed. That no one has said Vaporeon. I think you guys are good people. Now, I cannot wait to see how you prove me wrong. Now that I've jinxed it. The gloved outfit from the Hush Money stream was so stunning. I was so mad that I missed it, but I just wanted to share my appreciation. Oh, I thought you liked what I was wearing today. That's okay. That's okay. I know that today's outfit is not like nearly as sexy. Today's outfit is very like girl next door-ish. It's not va-va voom out of the world sexy, but that's okay. I think it's still good. I'll still take it. I love Big Hero 6, says Kuroku Gaming. I love you, says Delita. Oh, Delita. Pleasant Mayhem says, you know how to accessorize. The anklet and the ring are looking good. I love just a little tiny bit of jewelry. Just like a smidge of jewelry. I have like a ring on this finger. I have 7 earrings, which I think is just perfect. Every time I try to put a necklace on, I'm like, it's not right. It's not right. It's not right. The necklace is not right. I don't know why necklaces are not right, but it's not right. Who knows? I'll learn one day, and I'll tell you. And then sometimes I wear bracelets. Sometimes I wear a watch. But I don't really need a watch while I'm sitting on stream, so I don't usually wear it. I clicked join and we're talking about hot Pokemon. I feel at home. I think the hottest Pokemon is Snorlax. I want to just fall asleep on his tummy. I know that he knows where the good snacks are. And he's never going to judge me for deciding just to take a nap. I just want to take a nap. I just want to sleep it off. And he'll never judge me for it. He's the perfect Pokemon. It's sexy as fuck. What are you talking about? I mean, this outfit is like it can be considered sexy in a way, but it's not the like black corset, shiny, the gloves, the whispering, the slicked hair, the makeup. This is like, hi, I came over for the barbecue. Ooh, corn. I love corn. I do love corn. Big Hero 6 is one of my favorite Disney movies, and also I don't have to hear TJ Miller's voice because I watch it in my local dub. Oh my god, in heaven, I forgot I can just change. I could listen to it in any language that I fucking want. I love reading subtitles. Rightus, are you a genius? Huh. I could see you dancing in a summer rainstorm in that dress. I like this dress because it also kind of reminds me of something that Rachel McAdams would wear in The Notebook. And I think I watched that movie once. I can't remember. And if you get that joke, it means that your girlfriend at some point made you watch that movie. This is definitely a dancing in the summer rainstorm kind of dress. Absolutely. You twirl me around and I go, wee! I love a good Wii. I'm always down for a good Wii. Which makes me sad that the Wii, like, system, it was not more popular. It wasn't, which sucks. There were so many really good games on that. I remember once, I had this friend in high school and in university, and then we kind of lost touch like after university, it happens. He's married now. I had this friend, he was a guy. I knew him because he dated the like most popular girl in our friend group. He dated the queen bee. And then after he dated the queen bee, they had a falling out. They weren't close anymore. And then he and I got pretty close. And I was over at his house once. And he had his Wii, and it was like the Wii times. You know the Wii times. And we were playing Rayman's Raving Rabbits. I'm pretty sure was the game. And part of the game was that you would use the Wii remote in a bunch of different ways to mimic what the rabbits are doing on screen. And the rabbits are doing a whole bunch of different things. Sometimes they're like chopping vegetables. Sometimes they're mowing the lawn. Sometimes they're climbing over bookcases. I don't fucking know. In this instance, the rabbits had to plunge a toilet. So we were holding, I don't want to get banned, and I can get banned for doing inappropriate hand gestures. So without doing the inappropriate hand gesture, you can just look at my hand and you can just imagine holding the Wii remote, so my fingers are curled in, and then plunging a toilet, which is a up and down motion. Yes, the up and down motion. So my hand, this hand, was doing that, which I'm not gonna do, I don't wanna get banned. And I'm playing against my friend who's a guy, and he's like, there's no way you're gonna beat me at this. I'm literally a jerk-off champion. I've spent my entire life jerking myself off, and you are a woman. You are a woman. Disgusting, lowly, no penis having woman. There's no way you're gonna beat me at this Rayman Raving Rabbits toilet plunging game. I don't even need to tell you. You know why I'm telling you this story. I don't need to finish the story. You know how the story ends. There's be no point in me telling the story if he was like, and he was right and I lost to him. The end. No. I beat him. I absolutely fucking beat him. I absolutely fucking beat him. He was so flabbergasted. But I was like, dude, you're... to be fair, he did have a really big dick. So the muscle memory of his very big... I'm not doing anything. The muscle memory of his very big dick moved his hand in a very big way every single time. But like... I've jerked off tons of little dick guys. Love you. you just gotta go up and down. It doesn't have to be the whole 7 inches. Of course you would win, my queen. Never doubted you for a second. How did you know? You beat him, and then you played the level. One time we were fucking in his basement, but, like, he still lived with his parents because he didn't move out for university. I think he went to university, like, in the city that we lived in, so. He's still living at home, but we were in university, and I went over to his house to go fuck his brains out, and he was like, we can go fuck in the basement, it's totally fine. And I was on all fours on the couch. He was behind me on the couch. And he was just pushing me further and further and further forward with every thrust. I was like, I can't perform enough, like, downward energy to keep myself in place. And he was pushing me forward and forward and forward into the couch until eventually I had my hands up against the armrest of the couch and then was trying to, like, push back on the armrest, and I was, like, pushing my arms as hard as they could, trying to keep my legs locked in place, and then my back was just absolutely, like, collapsed. I was like, you're breaking me in half. I can't get my, like, spine straightened because my hips are so turned up so he could fuck me deeper. I still think, to this day, I'm still being bent in half, like a card table being put away for the afternoon on that couch by that guy. He got married. So he got married. Oh my God. You guys, he got married. I know exactly why he married that girl. Her arm muscles, like, I'm a little, I got, like, some nice muscles going. I really do. Her arm muscles are wild, sexy defined. She probably tore his dick off. And he was like, that's right, you keep that. And this ring that I put on your finger. Amazing. 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 Whenever I watch Invader V, it's a reality check. Words of wisdom. I can jerk off the video game rabbits better than you can. Don't ever forget it. Don't you ever forget it. Ever do it in an empty movie theater? Highly recommend. Oh, geez. I mean, no. Oh, geez. Thank you, guys, Smiley. Thank you. I have not had sex in an empty movie theater. Because the only time that I've been in, like, a fully empty movie theater when it was just me and one other person was going to see the Penguins of Madagascar with my mom. And I probably wasn't going to fuck my mom's brains out. We'll save that for my porn career and some beautiful MILFy actress to take the role. But in real life, we just really enjoyed watching the Penguins of Madagascar. I just love those penguins. Madagascaring around. Penguining. This stream is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Do you want it to be more serious? I can give it more serious. Viewer discretion is advised. Or it can be, like, playful. It's up to you. Viewer discretion is advised. That one's maybe a little bit too melodic. It might become irritating if you heard it, like, 3 or 4 times in an hour. Movie theaters are gross. Everywhere is gross. It's gross all over the place. It's how you know you're alive. Yeah, they are super gross, though. You're totally right. There's always ushers checking in, though. Oh, man, I would have sex with Usher watching. He's gorgeous. There's a whole Boondocks episode about Usher fucking your wife. And one day, I hope I can be someone's wife being fucked by Usher. I know that you're talking about, like, the ushers who work in the theater. And that's kind of the thing. I don't know if I would want to do sexual activity in a movie theater because people have to work there. For me, it's like a fun, relaxing roll in the hay. But for the people who work there, it's probably gross and they hate it. Yeah. Invader V is more than a Twitch model to me. She is my coach and mentor. I mean, I'm not even a Twitch model is so kind. English is your 3rd language. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I love the Penguin's distraction dance. Reminiscent of the torture dance from JoJo, no? Yes, a pimp named Slickback, therapist extraordinaire. streamer. I don't know how to socialize with regular people. There's a post and it was like, what career is an automatic turnoff for you? And the top and the most like heavily upvoted was influencer. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I hope I'm not influencing anyone. Sorry, laughing like a fucking hyena. Oh Christ, oh shit, I hope I'm not influencing anybody. Oh my God, I hope I'm not influencing. I don't think I'm I'm not trying to influence people. I'm mostly just posting pictures of my ass. And I mean, I recognize that you could be influenced by my ass, but I hope I'm not an influencer. I don't want to be that. Influenza are more like it, sickening the world with their influence. English really is my third language. My first is Greek and my second is French. I knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. Somebody fucking subscribed the other day and I was like, you're Korean. And they were like, what the fuck? How did you know I was Korean? I haven't even said anything yet. Haven't even opened my fucking mouth in stream and you already know I'm Korean? Sometimes I have intuition feelings and I mean, sometimes my intuition feelings are so fucking wrong. I honestly, I'm like, bury me. Bury me now. Put me out of my misery. But sometimes my intuition, it feels so good when it's so right. I knew English was your third language. Twitch model. Greek is first and French is second. That's sick. Okay, cool. Oh, Greece is so beautiful. I really hope I get to go sooner rather than later. Is the JoJo anime good? I've never seen it. Puzzle? I fucking love it. I fucking love it. It is surprising. It is fresh. It feels like the root of so many other things while being so beautifully individual and unique at the same time. I really love JoJo. It's so beautiful. It's so... I love anime. I love movies. I love like film and television. I love all this stuff so much. And I'm also rapidly aging. I'm getting older and older every single day. And I'm noticing that as I'm getting older, seeing the same faces, like seeing the same like real people faces, seeing the same anime faces, seeing the same storylines over and over and over again. I just love how different they all look in JoJo. Everybody looks so different. Every character challenges your perception of what is attractive, what is threatening, what is erotic, what is fashion. Oh, it makes me so happy. I like it on so many levels. And that's the other thing. I really love fashion. Not like sometimes there's like things that I really love about fashion and then there's things that I dislike about fashion. Georgiana Cavendish, the Duchess of Devonshire, was a very famous socialite from back in the day in England. And she was one of the first women to turn her fashion choices publicly into political statements. I thought it was so wonderful and so inspirational. I like it so much. I love the way that the choices that we make in our bodies speak without ever having to make a sound. I really enjoy it. I like looking at the way that people are dressed and like Sherlock Holmesy and being like, what do I feel like I know about you from what I can see that you're telling me? V, you're looking very thin. Are you in a caloric deficit? So I think it's because I haven't actually like lost any weight between yesterday and today, or even like last week or this week. I think I look thinner because I'm not holding a bunch of muscular tension in this part of my body. Yesterday when I was streaming, I noticed that my shoulder blade, instead of what I'm trying to do when I'm sitting here, so I'm trying to get my shoulder blades to like lay together and down on my back. Shoulders back, sternum up, like breathing into my stomach, putting my weight into my sit bones, which are like kind of just right under here, and then let my legs kind of do whatever the fuck they want. But what I was doing was like, and like even just trying to do it right now kind of hurt a little bit, so I'm probably not going to do that again. But basically what I noticed that I was doing is that my shoulder blade on the right side was not going down. It was kind of going off to the side, and that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I'm like, why would my shoulder blade be going off to the side, which was then giving me this like really muscular upper body look. And I think this is what I'm guessing. This is not based on anything other than I've done some like physiotherapy sessions and like massage therapy, and I'm really, really into feeling my body. It's like my new little hobby. The last physiotherapy session that I had, my physiotherapist was like, wow, you have so much tension right here, right like at the bottom of my sternum where my ribs connect, and then a little bit like an inch or two below that as well, kind of at the very like center of my stomach area above my like belly button. She was like, what the actual fuck, there's so much tension in there. And I was like, yeah, there is. There's like literally so much tension in that part of my stomach that I would wake up every morning, and at some point during the morning I would get like a stomach ache. And to be honest, before I thought it was because I was like partaking in the marijuana cigarettes. I was smoking weed. And if you smoke weed, sometimes it can give you a stomach ache, a stomach cramp, especially if you're a chronic weed smoker. But I was noticing that it was happening whether I was smoking weed or not. And then also that I was physically able to feel a knot in my stomach. So at physiotherapy last week, she did acupuncture. She put some really expensive, very expensive thin needles. She made me feel so special, so loved, so fucking worthy. Because there's like regular acupuncture needles, it's like $2 for a box of 100. So they're usually like pretty fucking cheap. But this box of acupuncture needles that she got are very, very special. They're like especially thin, and they have a type of coating on them that makes them go into the skin more smoothly. They are like $20 for a box of 100. So like considerably more expensive than $2 for a box of 100. So she did the acupuncture in, oh my God, you guys, I cannot describe how uncomfortable and devastating it was for her to put the first needle in. And I was like, oh my God, I don't feel anything. Oh my God, I didn't even feel any of that. Like I couldn't feel anything. When she was even touching that part of my chest, I was like, whoa, it's so weird. It's like her fingers are all of a sudden like touching something or somebody else in the room, not me at all. And then she put the lower acupuncture needle in, and she recoiled because she was like, oh my God, the muscles are fighting me. She had to go back in and tap it in harder because it did not just go in. It was met with resistance. So apparently they think the way that acupuncture works is that it creates micro damage, a tiny amount of like purposeful damage to the muscle tissue, which then forces your body to focus on pumping that area full of sensation, full of attention, full of healing. And then that combined with like regular exercise and release in other parts of your body can be really good. So when she took the needles out of my chest here, the first thing that I noticed was that my mid back, I would say that was my mid back, all of a sudden was like alive. My mid back was, yes. And then, so that's what I'm thinking is happening with my shoulder blade. I think I'm holding tension here in my stomach. I think that's causing, obviously, a lot of tension to sort of seep into my mid back. And if my mid back muscles are tense and tight, which they absolutely are, every time I go to my massage therapist, she's like, ooh, it's real tight right here. If these mid back muscles are so tight, when I'm trying to put my shoulder blades down, I think they're being impeded by this unnecessary tension that my torso is holding on to. So instead of my shoulder blades going down my back and then giving me this like really beautiful, like soft curve of my arm that looks like you should be painting it with a feathered brush, instead of that, I was getting kind of like a hunched over, like a twisted. And then also these muscles along this part of my arm felt like they were always activated, which then gave me like a very muscular appearance. But I was like, that's not, like the muscles shouldn't be flexing and swole all the time, right? And no, they should not. So I'm definitely feeling like much more looseness here in my stomach. And then also that's helping the muscles in my back relax, which I think is then helping My shoulder blades actually come down and together, and let my chest come forward. I can breathe into my tummy and I can sit up nice and tall and feel great. Oh, just feel great. You also have so much tension in your neck and your shoulders, JJ. Yes, we all do. Oh, we all absolutely do. It's so universal where it gets held. I have an injured shoulder and I have to consciously tell it to relax. I swear it's from bending my right arm at my desk all day. Theodore, what are your hips doing? What are your hips doing? Because for me, all of this shoulder stuff and all of these like ribs and the tension in the stomach, all of that came tertiarily to realizing how out of line my hips were, how overly tight this hip was, how overly tight this hip was, which was then causing this hip to compensate in like a similar tightening. Yeah, it's been a lot of. Vaslam, did you forget to fork you as well? Wait, what? Oh, wait, sorry, I got cupped and spooned last week. Oh, that, obviously his comment's not gonna make sense unless you get the first one, Envy. I got cupped and spooned last week from the local, Qigong Master? Maybe that's how that's pronounced. Ooh, I'm sorry if it's not. My back looked like I got a hickey from a brontosaurus. That felt amazing a day later, though. What does cupping do? I've seen the cups at my massage therapy's place, and I've seen people get it done before, but I don't think I understand exactly the purpose and the... Well, here's the thing. So my massage therapist is studying has studied traditional Chinese medicine. I haven't at all, but oftentimes when she's giving me massages, I'll notice, this one's so funny. There's like a part in my shoulder and in my back where when she touches it, I can feel from my pupils down past my nose into these lines around my mouth, down into my neck. It's like it connects down into my neck in one part and then splits off again and then straight down through my nipples. Very strange to be getting a back massage and to all of a sudden feel this electricity go like zit, 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 down your nips and out of your mouth. And I all of my therapists I'm very open with, and you know this from talking to me on stream as well. I'm very much the kind of person to express my thoughts, express my feelings. Oh, I didn't tell you, chat. I got my feedback from the acting class that I took. I took an on-film acting class because I took acting in university. I did like a whole degree for acting, and then I felt very ill prepared to actually enter into the industry. And so this year has been my reintroduction to trying to chase this dream. I'll be honest with you, I'm mostly just excited to get back into doing voice work because on-film stuff feels like terrifying and really, really uncomfortable. But I got feedback from the class that I took, and the teacher was so sweet and so wonderful. He was like, it's awesome that you are willing to jump into things without being afraid of embarrassing yourself. And I'm like, oh, I've already embarrassed myself the maximum amount that you can on camera. Everything else is easy peasy. It made me feel so happy. I got really, really wonderful feedback. He said specifically that I have a limitlessness. And I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die from happiness. Having a teacher describe you as having a limitlessness. He didn't have to say that, but he did. And oh my God. JJ, exactly. Look at me go. Look at me. There's no stopping me now. Except that it's always me versus me. I can and I do give myself a million good reasons to not put myself out there. I loved doing voice work before the pandemic. I loved it. And I wasn't even very good at it. I think I was just good. And now I feel like I might actually have the possibility to be very good at it, which is very exciting. But then I'm so afraid. I'm so terrified. It's so scary. Oh yeah, you've been doing it on streams. Yeah, giving you all my different takes. What kind of creamer do you use? Oh, it's oat milk. It's oat milk. I like to try to get the sugar-free vanilla oat milk. But if they don't have the sugar-free vanilla oat milk, then I just get the regular oat milk. Also, my God in heaven, it's such a terrible time to try to be like, I'm gonna be an actor. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go try to be an actor right now. The industry is dying? That's not true. The industry is not dying, but the industry is going through some like pretty fucking rapid changes. Also, AI becoming so insanely fucking popular and becoming so accessible is obviously going to change the game for a lot of people who do voice work. But then these are the types of things that are just as valid as all of the other naysaying, poo-pooing, no you can't, no you fucking shouldn't, negative self-talk that I could have given myself before AI, before the different industry things. I think it's less about, oh my God, I'm afraid that I'm gonna throw myself out there and not be successful. And that I'm gonna throw myself out there and just hate it. Like, what if I hate it? Well, then it's the same thing as every other job I've ever had. I've never had a job. Every job I've gotten, I've been like, I'm very excited to do this, and then discovered what I hated about it. And that's pretty normal for every job. There's always going to be stuff that you hate about your job. And that's not a good reason to not, chase after your dream. Just that you might hate parts of your dream. That's absolutely possible as well. Oat milk is better than almond milk. That's your personal preference, though. Oh, well, I think he's meaning like it's better as in the environmental impact of oat milk is much smaller than almond milk. Almonds take like a considerable amount of water to create, way more water than oats take to grow. I think the yield of oats requires much less water. It's also very comforting to imagine that one day during the apocalypse, I'm in the commune that I have been kidnapped and forced into. I'm heavily pregnant and working the fields with my other sister wives. But we're growing oats, not only just for the delicious oaty goodness, but also because then we can have oat milk. Yay! Oh, and I'll drink it and I'll think, I remember the old days before it was The Handmaid's Tale. And I would get the oat milk from the store. No, this is the like apocalyptic future where fascism won. And it's The Handmaid's Tale, yeah. I was once told by a coworker that I could never be a voice actor because my voice sucks and I'm too monotonous. And now I'm getting voice acting gigs and a lot of compliments on my voice, and don't stop chasing. I loved doing voice work. I was with an agency before the pandemic, and I was getting really wonderful work, to be really honest. I was actually getting pretty good work, but I also wasn't connected with anybody in the agency. It was all over email, and I never even really felt like the people who were signing off at the end of those emails were like real people on the other side. It felt so automated. I was a little bit disconnected from it. So, yeah. Every time I think about this, every time I'm like, okay, V, today is the day that you're really going to take this seriously and you're really going to get going and you're really going to do it. The music from Wicked plays in my head of Glinda singing, "It's strange, but it seems that getting your dreams is a little, well, complicated. There's a kind of a sort of cost." She's talking about marrying Fiyero and not her gay girlfriend who's green. But also that's true. There are bridges you crossed you didn't know you crossed until you crossed. Everything can be music from Wicked. Everything can be music from Wicked. And I will let it be. Do it. Today's the day. I have a friend who was voice acting before COVID, and now they're getting huge roles, and she's in this new cartoon alongside Gianni too. Yeah. I pivoted away from a 25-year career in IT, and it was the best decision that I ever made. Oh, you guys are making me feel so inspired. Yes, I'm doing disconnected work too, not really feeling like a part of the industry or anything. Oh, I definitely liked what I was doing in the industry. Every time I got to go into the booth and connect with like the sound techs and the clients, I always felt really, really connected doing that. I just didn't feel super connected to my agency, which I think was, I don't know. My intuition told me that it was time to go, and I think my intuition is telling me that it's time to jump back in again. Yes. It feels exciting. It's also so much easier to, I like ended a friendship over this because I had that friend who would constantly just be like, I'm going to be an Olympic class kayaker. And she didn't even pick up a paddle. I was like, no, you gotta go for it. You have to go for your dreams. You gotta go every single day and chase after them. And it literally just is as simple as looking on Instagram for a photographer and being like, hey, I'd like to book you to do headshots. I'm so grateful that I can probably do my own hair and makeup for my headshots, so I don't even need to find somebody to do my hair and makeup. And then I go out, I have a fun time doing a photo shoot with a photographer. Oh, JJ. Oh my God, JJ. Yes, I'm gonna take JJ's money. God damn. I'm gonna take JJ's money. I'm gonna go find a photographer. I'm gonna go get my headshots done. I was actually thinking there, I was like talking with one of my friends last night, and he was sending me pictures of all the food that he's been cooking. And I was like, wow, your camera's really, really good, and these pictures are really good. I'm like, he would probably be able to just take these photos for me. I wouldn't even need a photographer. And then once you have a headshot, I mean, in my mind, I've been like writing my cover letter that I would send out to agencies for weeks, honestly. And it's the same conversation that I'm having with all of you here right now, where I'm sort of recognizing that the industry is going through so many changes. There are so many contractions, and there are so many unforeseen circumstances ahead of us that the entire landscape of work is going to change with the technological rise of AI. But that's not what any of this is about. This is literally about how fun it is just to connect with people. Just to connect with people. That was my favorite bit of feedback that I got from my teacher. He said that he did recognize, and I told you guys this, that in my last class, it was the day of the election. I was feeling so stressed out about the election, and in the scene that I was doing, there was a little monologue. There was like 7 or 8 or 10 sentences in a row that I got to talk through. And I completely fucked it up. Like I went on camera, I started the scene, I got to that little monologue, and I completely screwed the pooch, and I pulled myself right out of the scene. I said cut, which is like so inappropriate for an actor to do. But even in that moment, I talked with my teacher. I was like, I'm feeling so afraid. I'm feeling so disconnected. I'm feeling so not in this moment right now, because I feel like I'm back in theater school and I can see the disapproving stares of my teachers telling me this is not how you do theater. This is not how you do theater. And then just saying that, just having that conversation with my film teacher was so good, because yeah, he got it. He immediately got it. He was like, yep, exactly. He's like, you're totally right. This is, in theater, your teachers would be completely correct. But on film, they're completely wrong. So let's just tell them that they're wrong, and let's go back in and let's just do the scene and do it on film. And it was so wonderful. He gave me such a beautiful release. I don't think I was able to stop myself from feeling like really, really anxious about the ghosts of my former theater school teachers judging me. But I felt like he did give me permission to feel what I was feeling in the moment. And I decided in that moment that I was like, I am just going to feel my feet on the ground. I am just gonna feel my feet on the ground. That's the only thing I'm gonna do. This character is so tired from working this long shift and feeling emotionally burnt out from the circumstances of the show that we're acting in. All this character can think about is how her feet are aching on the ground. And I did the scene from that perspective, and I think that was the best take. And it's the one that I'm so happy to say actually got me accepted into the next level of the classes that they offer. Oh, which felt really good. It was a little scary. I didn't realize this. Oh yeah, I'll go for my break and yeah. I didn't realize this, but on the last day of the class, the teacher was like, so the artistic director of the school is going to watch these scenes today. And then based on how you do in these scenes today, you'll be either invited to the next level of acting up, or you'll be invited to retake this class because there's like more work that you can do on this level. And I was a little bit worried that they would say, you know what, you put in a good effort and you're going to retake this class. For me, the lateral move would have felt like a failure, even though it's not. If any other person in my class was given the lateral move, I wouldn't consider them a failure, but we kind of always hold ourselves to a higher standard than we hold other people. Oh, this dress is so cute, says North. Oh, yes, it is indeed. Thank you. Sam Dog says, when I was in the supermarket earlier, I saw a man and a woman wrapped in a barcode. I asked, are you two an item? Oh, I really like that one. Oh, I really like that one. Did anyone you know have to retake the class? They individually email us, and so we don't know that information. Yeah. James Collins says, man, those legs. He actually said men, those legs, but these are not man legs. These are lady legs. Lady legs for days. And yes, they go all the way up. Maddie V says, Invader V, can you please tell me that I need to stop watching Twitch and go to the gym? I mean, I think you could get a full body exercise done right here in front of your computer. Here you go, baby. Push the chair away from the desk. Get down on your stomach. Curl your toes under. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and push yourself up into a plank. And now stay in that plank until I come back. Ooh, hello. I posted the photo on Instagram for you, for your enjoyment, for your happiness, for you to soak up. It's great. Um, Also that song, I know it as the Matilda song, but it's Thurston. Thurston just fucking rocking it. Oh, it's a great little picture. It's a great little photo. I'm smiling my biggest, best smile. You can see all of my teeth. That's how you know it's a good smile, when you get 100% teeth. Give me every tooth. Oh, speaking of smile, did you watch the second one? I have not watched the second Smile yet. I can't believe that I didn't watch it. When it came out in theaters, I don't know what I was doing. I wasn't paying attention. Because I did not go see the second Smile in theaters, which is kind of a shame. I should have, but I definitely want to check it out. And then also, apparently, The Ugly Stepsister is amazing. I'm excited to be grossed out. I cannot describe to you how different my life is now that I've seen The Substance. I'm a different person. I'm a different person because of The Substance. It was such a great movie. Such a great movie. Ooh, pardon me. Yeah. Is it good form to have your head looking forwards, looking towards the ceiling, and your body slightly bent at the waist while balancing on your toes in an isometric balance with your forearms? Wait, like your stomach is facing the ground and you're on your forearms and your head is turned towards the ceiling? He's doing the Beetlejuice. He's given us a full exorcism instead of a full exercise. Damn. Oh. Shenanigans asks, what tea are you drinking? It's Earl Grey. It's Earl Grey with oat milk. I love my Earl Grey with oat milk. Although we're almost out, so I might have to. I thought about making another one during the break, but also sometimes I get a little tea locked. I get a little, this is everything that I'm going to be doing. And it's just drinking tea, which is like totally good and fine, but if it's a compulsive thing, I should be more focused on not letting it become a compulsive thing. I need more tea. I can't be without tea. I kind of realized this morning that I am compulsively addicted in a bad way to Reddit. I've actually caught myself thinking, I'll feel better once I can just sit down and mindlessly scroll on my phone. And I will be wrestling with that for the next little while. I don't know what, literally is the solution just not going on Reddit? Yes. Does that seem impossible and painful and unnecessary? Like a little bit also, yes. But it is necessary. And when it gets cold, the tea loses some of its oomph. Yeah. So good. But luckily, again, that mug is so insulated and so big and so full of tea. It really takes, like, a considerable amount of time for it to get all the way cooled down. No, I just put oat milk and tea in the tea. I sometimes, like, maybe on the weekend, I put a couple of dollops of honey in it, but like it's not good to have honey in the tea every single time. Yeah. Hey, wait, where are your boots with the fur? Is the whole club looking at her? Yes, they are. Oh. I love that song. I love how unifying music was when we were little. Do children still dance to music? I feel like I'm a million years old. Do the children still dance to music? Or is that only done to record your, like, do you only dance to music as a child to record yourself and then upload it onto TikTok? Because I know they're doing that. I know that's happening. Yeah. North says, Reddit's true purpose is for tech issues and fan theories. I started rewatching Star vs. the Forces of Evil because I love it. I love the series. I think I've only watched it all the way through once, which means I'm not... Like, I know how it ended, and Star vs. the Forces of Evil is one of those TV shows where the ending was not what the creator wanted, and it especially was not what, like, the fans wanted. So that kind of sucks. But also what I find so delightful is that the Star vs. the Forces of Evil subreddit, despite this show being done for many years, is still so active. It makes me feel so happy that there are people who are like, yeah, this TV show is old and done. There's never going to be any new episodes of it. There's never going to be any, like, there's no planned new content. There's nothing coming for this. But we are still going to talk about it, and we are going to still, like, describe our favorite moments. We're going to theorize about the untied knots, the loose ends that were left. It makes me so happy how active those subreddits are. So then, like, I scroll my specific subscribe to subreddits. I'm not getting, maybe I could be more specific and, like, more selective, because there's, like, some kind of nasty news always thrown in there as well. There's always some nasty news thrown in. Like, I saw a really terrible video of Jerry Seinfeld laughing in the face of somebody saying "Free Palestine," and, like, Jerry Seinfeld looked at that guy and, like, sneered, like a really, like, creepy sneering, like a really, if a man ever smiled like that at me, I would be on the next fucking train out of Dodge. Get me the fuck out of here. Oh, Jerry Seinfeld's a weird, creepy, awful person, yeah. And waking up and seeing that fucking video of him just being a jackass. Yeah, that's a good reason to get off fucking Reddit. Even if I do miss out on some of the, like, fun discussions about Starco. Footloose, but instead of dancing being banned, no one dances outside of filming TikToks. Oh, it's a really depressing remake of Footloose. Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, he's not a cool dude. And he's in his grumpy old man arc. No, North, he's always been a creepy weirdo. Don't you know about his 17-year-old girlfriend? At the height of his popularity of Seinfeld, he was dating a 17-year-old girl named Shoshana. And he would go as, I think, a 40-year-old man in his car to pick her up from high school. And Jerry Seinfeld is not that old. This was not like, well, it was a different time when age gap. No, it wasn't. This was within recent history, and even when it was happening, many people immediately saw him for the disgusting fucking weirdo that he is. Unless you yourself were recently in high school, you should not be dating high school girls. It's just that easy. You don't have to do the whole, like, take your age, cut it in half, then you can add 7. No, it's just, were you recently in high school? No. No, you were not recently in high school. Then you do not get to date high school girls. And recently in high school, I feel like, is within the last 2 years. Recently is the last 2 years. It's not recent if it's more than 2 years. V is 35 years young. I'm so old. I have gray hairs. But then again, I was looking at the pictures of some of the celebrities from Cannes yesterday, and Eva Longoria, my God. Eva Longoria, one of the most beautiful women in the entire fucking world. And I was looking at the photos of her, and I was like, oh, my gray hairs grow in the exact same way that her gray hairs are growing in. And I felt very beautiful and very fancy and very connected to a movie star. Ah, we're all aging in the same way. Thank goodness. I love that I'm like, you should not date people who are in high school unless you yourself were recently in high school. And now this guy is like, so it would be okay if she was 18 but still in high school? I think you're not listening to me. I don't like that. I don't know how to help you listen to me. I know how to help me not listen to you. Do we ban him? Do we ban him or do we let him sow some more oats? I remember some celebrity tried to hug him. It was Kesha. I'll never forget this. Kesha went up to him and was like, I love you. Can I please have a hug? And he went, no. And I don't mind that. I actually don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not going to drag Jerry for that. If anything, I'm going to be like, that's totally your right as a celebrity, as a human being. We have to teach children that as well. Children are allowed to say, no, I don't want to give you a hug. Because quite often people are like, oh, where's my hug? To like your fucking niece or nephew. And these kids are like, oh my God, why do I have to touch you? Why do I have to let you touch me? So I don't love that clip of Kesha, but also Kesha understood as well. She was very sweet about the whole thing. And I think even afterwards he was like, oh, I had no idea. And like once I've gotten to know her, I'll give her the hug. Honestly, I think it just goes to show that he didn't know how young Kesha was. And maybe if she had really leaned into her youth in that moment, he would have been like, I'll give you more than a hug. Creepy. Yeah, the boundaries are important. And then he expected the same and was surprised when somebody did it to him back. Oh, I do love that. Yeah. Oh, I do love that. There's also lots of good stuff that we see on the internet. There's lots of good stuff on Reddit, which isn't to say that, like, I should just scroll mindlessly for the rest of my fucking life. Although I'd love to. I saw a really lovely clip of, well, actually, I say really lovely, and then I'm like, oh, the context all around it makes it a little bit less lovely, but there's a guy saving a stillborn dog. This puppy was born, and it was stillborn, and so he's like, massaging it, he's rubbing it, he's giving it the jostles. He, like, sort of flings the little dog forward in his hands to help the blood flow and the heart get started. And he did save that puppy. It starts making puppy noises and starts moving around and making little screams, and it's very, very cute. It's really, really wonderful. But then in the comments of that video, people are like, he's a breeder, he's just gonna sell all these dogs. And puppy mills are bad. Puppy mills are bad. Those dogs don't deserve to have their, like, to be a breeding machine. No one deserves to be a breeding machine. Not so black and white. Not so black and white everything. Can I say that you look lovely, girl? Yeah. I love that the Automod is like, is that compliment misogynistic? Who's to say? The internet does have cute animals. The front page of Reddit is bad. Your customized homepage is good, and I think I need to customize a little bit more, because every once in a while but then that's so difficult, like, I need to do what that guy was talking about the other day. We were saying in chat that, like, maybe instead of trying to figure out, like, I should never scroll on Reddit ever again because there's all this bad stuff that is on Reddit and that's obviously no good, maybe I can just give myself permission for like 2 or 3 hours every night to just put my phone down and do something else. Just as simple as that. I did that kind of yesterday because like when I go out to the park with my dog, I'm not usually scrolling on my phone, or when I go out to movies, I'm definitely not scrolling on my phone. I do take like hours every single day away from it. And yesterday, even though it was so rainy, I could have gone to the movies yesterday, probably should have. But also, Tuesday is often cheap days, and then it's really, really busy, so I don't love going with the crowds. I did so much yoga yesterday because I was noticing that that like really weird bulging shoulder blade coming out of the side of my fucking chest was so alarming to me. And so yesterday I was like, you're gonna do a bunch of like detoxifying yoga flows. That's gonna be all about like breathing down and releasing and getting into that fucking nitty gritty of my midsection, my mid body. Worth it, absolutely worth it, and very, very grateful for myself for taking the time off my phone as well. Yay, Floppy Trout, it's been a full year! Yeah! Happy 1-year anniversary, Floppy Trout! I'm so glad you've been flopping for me. Flopping yourself for my fish. I love looking at some of the game communities on Reddit. I've been pleasantly surprised how nice people have been to new players. Yes, there is often a great, like, not just nice, but people are so excited when you're like, I'm playing for the first time. They're just like, yeah, one of us, one of us. Have you ever had a show that you were waiting to see and the internet keeps suggesting details about the ending you missed articles? What? No. No, I actually feel so lucky. Well, number one, wait, maybe yes. I don't know if those would bother me. Basically, no matter what any article is written about, I'm like, I'm getting whatever I'm going to get out of this TV show. It has nothing to do with that, whatever the fucking creators were trying to tell me. So those articles are always just like, that's just their motherfucking perspective. I sometimes like reading them just to see what their perspectives are and how closely it aligns to mine. But I'm very much the kind of person where I never get upset about spoilers. I don't know what that is about me, or if it's something that I like decided and cultivated for myself. But I'm never gonna get mad about spoilers. I'm never gonna be upset that somebody told me that Dumbledore dies, because how does he die? Well, Snape kills him. Okay, but like what? When? Like, what are the? Where were they when this happened? What did they say to each other before, during, or after it? Like, there's so many details about any individual bit of spoilery information. I feel I'm just way more interested in all the details leading up to the action, but the actual action of the characters is kind of the least interesting part of it. Why did they do it? How did they do it? Where did they do it? Those are all so... I mean, how are they going to spoil all that for you? Let's just wait and find out, eh? New mental idea formed. Take Twitch into MySpace by force of will. Just with video. LOL. Heh. Dumb loser. You're a millennial. Millennials cannot help but just like put a little laugh at the end of everything they type. And after this was pointed out to me, I was like, oh my fucking God, you're absolutely correct. I want to end everything that I say to somebody with a little LOL. So now I've been trying to stop myself. Snape sucks. Hashtag Hufflepuff's rule. Potter and Draco drool. Wait, do you mean drool because it's so sexy and horny? Because I absolutely learned how to give blowjobs. Not even joking. Learned how to give blowjobs because I found Harry Potter Draco fan fiction, and it went into exquisite erotic detail about exactly how Harry sucked Draco's dick. I was like, this is very useful information for me. I am not only entertained, but I am educated and aroused. I'm edge-aroused. Oh. This stream is edge rousing. Yes, not only do you edge yourself, but you're being educated while you're being aroused in the edging. Oh, yes. Oh, God, am I a millennial? Rightus, you're friends with a lot of millennials. So it's not unusual that, like, our jazz is gonna infect you. We've infected you. We either end it with LOL or we end it with haha, which is like the same thing. It's basically the same thing. It's just like a giggle, right? We just giggle. We're all Japanese schoolgirls. I'm more of a Crab and Goyle guy myself. Like, you want to watch Crab and Goyle fuck? I mean, okay, if you like white people. I love the part of stream where regulars all think to themselves, I spent a ton of time listening to this woman and I love it. You do not spend, I think about this all the time. There was a comment underneath that clip of me when I mixed up the measurements. The top comment underneath that video of me mixing up the measurements that got posted on Livestream Fails was somebody saying, how do people watch this all day? And I'm not gonna comment because it's nobody's business what my fucking Reddit username is. But I wanted to comment, bitch, I stream for 4 hours a fucking day. At most. At most, I stream for 4 hours a fucking day. That is not all day. I am barely here in front of you, you fuckers. That's why you appreciate it so much. That's why you love my streams so very much. It's because they're not. I mean, you don't get me for all the time. You don't get me for tons of time. You get me for some fleeting afternoon delights. If you're lucky. I want to hang out 5-ever. I love girls 5-ever. I'm having to force myself to stop saying it, LMAO. You can't. You literally can't. It's impossible. Millennials not ending a sentence with LOL or LMAO or ha ha ha. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. You're our talk radio. Would complimenting those divine legs make me a simp? I love that Automod is like, just shut the fuck up. And you guys are like, I will not shut the fuck up. I will speak more and harder. Maybe there's a koala and they're only awake for 4 hours a day. That makes a lot of sense. That feels right. Yeah, they probably are all just koalas. V is low-key like Pendleton Ward, and it's actually the same. Barely stream when they wanna and when they feel like it. Yep. I say ooh woo in professional business meetings as a way to communicate that my interests are broad, multicultural, and cosmopolitan. Oh my god. Oh my god, I want to get that as a bumper sticker on my car. Broad, multicultural, and cosmopolitan! What a fucking ridiculous and appropriate use of the word! Sorry, do you guys not love seeing a gorgeous woman just ramble, be mean to you, and drop random lore facts? It's honestly just fun to hang out. It's just fun to hang out. It is just fun to hang out. Sometimes I get really stressed out about streaming because there's an expectation for what a stream should be. During a stream, you need to have this number of viewers. And during a stream, you need to make this amount of money. And during a stream, you need to be this culturally significant. And it feels like there's a very terrifying bar. I've heard other streamers also talk about this where they feel anxious about not streaming for 2 days in a row because a lot of us are very worried that it's like we're gonna wake up from this beautiful dream where we have an audience of people who genuinely want to spend time with us and we'll come back for other streams. And we're worried that at any moment it's just all gonna evaporate, everyone's gonna go, we're gonna show up to stream and everyone will be gone and we'll just be sitting here twiddling our dicks. But none of that is true. There's who gives a fuck? There's millions of streamers. When I was a little girl, my mother told me there will always be people better than you, and there will always be people worse off than you. If you focus on those who are better than you, you'll become bitter. And if you focus on those that you are better than, you'll become vain. You never need to do it. It is just for yourself. Just live for yourself. Streaming is a lot more fun when I'm just coming to fucking hang out. I always feel like I do better. I have a better mood. Chat is much nicer when I just come and I'm like, I am just here to shoot the shit with you. I am here to let you be heard, and I'm here to be heard. Oh man, and I guess that's why I get so frustrated when it becomes obvious that there are people in chat who are kind of like not listening at all to me. And they're like that guy who was like, so would it be better if Jerry Seinfeld waited until his girlfriend was 18? Even though the main issue that I had was that she was 17 and in high school. It's just that she was far, far, far too young for him. If you were not recently a teenager, you shouldn't be dating teenagers. Just like if you were not recently in high school, you shouldn't be dating somebody in high school. I love that I get to say that. I get to feel like I'm doing something by expressing my own thoughts, feelings, opinions, and morals. And it is something because it creates a mirrored connection, because there are people who are listening who probably aren't talking. And they're like, yeah, I agree. I agree with what she's saying. I'd like to subscribe to her newsletter. The newsletter is my Patreon or my Twitch stream, and you can subscribe to it whenever you want. Right Wanting says, oh no, I already read that one. Sorry, babe. Not true, says Fresh Marcus. Fresh Marcus? Are you related to Market? Wait. People's usernames are getting all discombobulated and jumbled up in my mind. What is the ooh woo? Is this dang business file? Like if I care. Twitch is MySpace. I don't know what Clancy says. We own this website. And not the corporate overlords. Oh no, the corporate overlords definitely owned it. Definitely they own all of it. They own everything. Azwraith says there are millions of streamers, but you are one in a million. So you're saying that there's like 7 or 8 of me on this platform? Yeah, that sounds about fucking right. Take your pick, baby. The funniest thing for me is to poke holes in delusion, like trolling the whole world. Patreon seems like a good idea. It is. If you want to endlessly scroll through all of my adorable outfits and cheeky grins, that's the place for you. That is the place for you. And I don't mean cheeky like attitude, I mean buttocks. I get that. What Dumb Loser said. It's a very common modus operandi. The trolling, the poking holes in, the dissenting, the like, I'm just gonna play devil's advocate for a second. I'm just gonna like try to, to be crass in a way, destroy. So my physiotherapist, I love my physiotherapist. I'm actually sad that I won't get to like hang out with her anymore and listen to her life and her stories, because I felt we had a great connection. You know what? I probably will end up seeing her again. I'm like already in my mind planning that like maybe in the fall I'll go back for a checkup session with her just to see like how the hip alignment's going, how like the shoulder alignment's going. But she had this as well with her partner, where my physiotherapist is religious. She believes in God. There's like a one of her like siblings is a priest even. That religion is a big part of her life and her family and her literal existence day to day. I'm not. I don't pray to God. I don't think about God. I don't even mostly believe in God most of the time. I have a lot of complicated feelings about the idea of control and power and like what God kind of represents in conjunction with that. But her ex that she broke up with, thank fucking God she broke up with him. But her ex that she broke up with was doing this same thing as well, where he was like, it doesn't logically make sense to believe in God. And my physiotherapist was like, yeah, that's why it's called belief. You're not reasoning God. It's not reasoning. I'm not reasoning in God. I'm believing in God. It's about belief. And individual people's beliefs, of course, can be shattered and like torn apart. Literally tell me anything that you believe and I can argue with you for the opposite of it for sure. But it's actually so much harder than arguing to put yourself in their perspective and figure out, how do they believe this? That takes a fuck ton of work. That takes like some reasoning skills. That takes a big fucking chunk of setting your ego aside, because our beliefs are often so intrinsically tied to who we believe ourselves are. I believe in God because I'm a good person and I'm going to heaven because I've not sinned is like so intrinsic in all of these belief systems. And I love people who can believe. I think it's so wonderful. And I want to learn their perspective. I want to see the ways that it enriches their lives. Literally just because I'm selfish and I'm like, I wonder if this could enrich my life. Not for that reason, but maybe for literally the exact opposite reason. Did you ever wonder where you were before you were born, V? Try arguing with a Catholic person. It is very exhausting. But that's what I'm saying, cause for concern. We do not need to argue with Catholic people. Their beliefs are important. But just because their beliefs are important doesn't mean that their beliefs need to be important to us. We can recognize that this is a very important thing, very important, but also not important to me. And just because it's not important to me doesn't all of a sudden make it worthless, which is kind of the most important thing, I think, from talking with my physiotherapist about this huge fucking breakdown in their relationship. I think that before we were born, we're somebody else in a different time and in a different place. I really love the Andy Weir egg story about the like collective single soul, and that each and every one of us is the same person on the inside, just living through every single iteration of life that we could to then, become a better version of ourselves, hopefully. Dumb Loser says, my own uncle was a millionaire pastor down in LA, so the delusion was shattered for me almost immediately in that term of mega churches. But, well, hold on. Not loving shysters is totally fine, but belief in God is not belief in a shyster. We all sin one way or another. Have you even read the Bible? Technically, we're not allowed to go to the bathroom. At any point in your life, were you religious? I went to 12 years of Catholic school, so absolutely fucking not. It never really clicked for me. Although I did, so there was a day, you guys, there's like, not that I never prayed or not that I never felt comfort in the idea of a higher power. There was a day where I was hanging out after school with my camp friends, not with my friends from school. And my camp friends were hanging out with some of their friends from their school. So some of these kids were not related to me, not known to me at all. So there was no fear in them of pissing me off or getting in trouble from anything that we did together. And one of these guys, for whatever fucking reason, rollerbladed really quickly through my dining room. Like, he was on his rollerblades and he came up to my door and was like, oh, I'm gonna rollerblade in your house for some reason. And he did it so quickly I couldn't stop him. I was so shocked that he would start rollerblading in my fucking dining room. He did a loop around the dining room table, and as he was coming back towards the door, he knocked over this porcelain bowl that my mom had just gotten from Portugal. And it was a really, really beautiful porcelain bowl. It had a porcelain braided handle, so it was kind of like a porcelain basket almost. It was so beautiful. And then the bowl fell over, and the porcelain handle that was braided shattered into a million different pieces. I was so upset. Oh my God. I didn't know how I was going to explain to my mom that some kid rollerbladed through our house because he was a friend of my camp friend. I barely even knew his name. I didn't know where he lived. I didn't know his parents. We had no idea how do you get a kid in trouble for doing that? And ultimately, it's not really that boy's responsibility. It was my fault. It's definitely like my fault. I should have Or I wish that I could have been stricter about like not letting him in my house so that the bowl didn't get broken. But I felt so, I hid it. I like bundled it away. I hid it from my mom. I was so grateful when she came home and didn't notice that it was missing. But the guilt was fucking killing me. The guilt was literally eating me up. I felt like I couldn't even sleep. You know that like knot in my stomach that I was talking about earlier? I felt like that knot in my stomach was getting like 10 times fucking stronger. What a goddamn nightmare. And I was laying in bed at my dad's house. I wasn't even at my mom's house. Divorced parents, hello. And I thought maybe I'll feel better if I ask God for forgiveness. My mom's pretty Catholic because she's Portuguese. And so I was like, maybe I'll feel better if I ask God for forgiveness. And then if I ask God for forgiveness, then maybe it will make me feel less terrified of asking my mom for forgiveness. And so I got out of bed at my dad's house. I got on my knees on that like disgusting old brown carpet. I clasped my hands together in front of myself and I think I like said like a few Our Fathers and a couple Hail Marys. And I actually felt so much better. I cannot believe how much better I felt. It worked. It worked like drugs. It worked like taking a shot of anesthetic. It actually made me feel so much better. And I went to my mom and I explained the whole thing. I said I was hanging out with my friend from summer camp and she had some of her friends from her school and this boy on rollerblades, before I could even think, rollerbladed through the entire house and knocked over your bowl and broke the handle of the bowl. And legitimate, my mom was like, I'm not even mad at you. I'm not gonna punish you. I can tell that you've been punishing yourself. I can see how upset you are. I can see how tortured you feel about this. Punishing is the consequence of doing something wrong. But I had really experienced the consequence of what I did wrong so deeply on my own. My mom was like, yeah, don't worry about it. And we glued the handle back together. And the bowl still sits in our house. You can see faintly where it was glued back together, but like all the pieces were there and it was a decorative bowl anyways. It wasn't like a functional bowl, so it's okay that the handle was broken and glued back together. It was actually all okay. Yeah, W Mom. She was very good about that. She never unnecessarily punished us. Never, ever, ever, ever. She was very fair, which was kind of frustrating because that also extended to her ex-husband. My dad, because he was very childlike as well. So my mom kind of got it in her head that she was like, the children need to be treated with fairness and the ex-husband gets the same type of fairness that the children do. And as an adult, I'm a little frustrated with her because I'm like, no. It's good to treat the children with this type of fairness. We were brand new. We had no idea what we were doing. We were learning things moment by moment. But like, I feel like she was too fair to my dad, who was like drinking all the time. He lived in the most like, I don't want to be rude to Asmon, but he lived in what I've often heard described as like an Asmon state of, can you imagine like Asmon raising a fucking kid on his own? I don't think we would be enthusiastic about that because it's a little messy, it's a little dirty in there, and children are already a little messy, a little dirty. You got to keep them in a clean environment. I'm still so resentful that my mom was like, you have to go back over to your dad's house. And like, no, it's a pigsty and he's drunk. Children do not need to go in there. We don't need to be fair to him and let him have access to kids if he's not being fair to himself. He really wasn't. He was like a deep depression nest that still is not. And my friends, it's 30 years later and the house is no better. I don't talk to my dad anymore because obviously he's just stagnated. The house is so disgusting and messy and literally breaking down underneath him that the kitchen sink is broken, but he can't invite a plumber into the house because he's embarrassed at a plumber seeing the disgusting state of his home. So if my dad ever wants to wash that one dish that he has to eat fucking food off of, he has to literally walk down into the basement and use the basement bathroom. Bluff. It's just so, it breaks my fucking heart. It breaks my fucking heart because I can see how wonderful his life could be if he just cleaned up, if he did some therapy, if he let go, if he just like let go of his anger and resentment for being divorced. Because I think he's still upset that my mom divorced him in 1992. Dumb loser. Oh my god, this is so great. Since women birth human life, is she not God, that which creates new life? Francine Smith said, any dumbass can have dumbass kids. Being a mother does not make a woman closer to God. No. Motherhood is an especially beautiful thing. Absolutely. I'm reading Sarah Polley's book, Run Towards the Danger. And if you don't read that book, just remember that title. For real. Just remember that such a great title for a book, Run Towards the Danger. Sarah Polley talks about giving birth to her first daughter, and her first daughter was premature and had like low oxygen levels and had difficulty latching onto her breastfeeding. But then she also talks about the beautiful transformative power that when her daughter was in the neonatal intensive care unit, the NICU, that all of the nurses, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I don't care if I cry, it's beautiful, it's worth crying over. That all of the nurses continuously called her mom. Mom, do you want to come see the baby? Mom, it's visiting hour, your husband is here. Mom, we're gonna take some blood for you today. And Sarah writes in the book about how, after a few days of hearing herself being called mom, a tiny like flame inside of her was lit of belief that maybe she actually is a mother and will be a mother. It's so beautiful. I love it. And then she had 2 more kids. She got 3 kids. It was the sweet. It's the part that I just finished reading before I started stream, and I can't wait to go back in and read more. This book is wonderful. She had her first 2 daughters, and then her and her husband were like, oh my god, we're so exhausted. Exactly, having kids is so fucking hard. Like, having 2 is so many. And then Sarah writes that she had a dream about a baby in a pram that her and her husband walk away from, and the baby's name was Amy, and the baby was like, why are you leaving me? Why aren't you having me? Why don't you want me? And then they got pregnant, and they gave birth to their 3rd daughter, and they named her Amy. And she said, she was like, what's so wonderful is that the birth of Amy, we thought would be like, oh my god, it's so hectic having 2 kids. It takes so much fucking energy. It's so exhausting. But when they had their 3rd daughter, Amy, she settled down the whole family. The whole family became easier, became full and complete, and that gave a sense of relaxation in each and every one of them. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. For the first time in my life, I was like, oh my god, do I want to have 3 kids? Like, do I want to have... So this has been my plan for like about a year, actually. My plan is that I'm 35 right now. I have a couple more years to really think and feel this decision, because if there's one thing that I really, really dislike doing is being rushed in my decision making. And part of growing up is like, do I want to have kids? Do I want to have children? Is this important to me in a way that I can't put aside? You sound like you're getting broody yourself. Oh, like I want to have babies. I mean, that's what I'm thinking about. Not today. I don't think I want to get pregnant today. But thinking about, I mean, there's a lot of things to consider, guys. There really, really are. Like, that the children that we have today will have unprecedented experiences with climate change weather. That there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff going on, but also, we were talking about Pompeii earlier. Volcanoes are always going to explode. The weather is always going to be devastating and deadly. Hurricanes have been killing humans for as long as there have been humans. And hurricanes have been killing creatures and living creatures. Unlike those dead creatures that they kill. Shush. Hurricanes have been killing people for hundreds of years. It's natural. Natural for us to live and die. No point in not living just because you're afraid of dying. It's a good point about the Asmon type thing. It's so relevant. Many people are in disheveled states and it's not good for children. Sounds like a Lifetime movie. Interesting. I only want 2 kids, but that story kind of makes me want 3. I have an older brother and a younger brother. And quite often, however many siblings you have growing up is the number of children that you often want. And for me, I'm like 3 kids, 2 pregnancies, twins. 3 kids, 2 pregnancies, twins. Hopefully twins first. Then we can have a little Mary-Kate Ashley and Elizabeth Olsen situation going on. A lot of people seem not aware, even Buddha himself. He had a wife and child, his wife, Princess Yasodhara, and his one son, Rahula. They were both the same age, 28. Wait, what? I also stopped aging at 28, apparently. Mare! I love you. Her biggest fan. I fucking know it. Right? This dress is so cute. My legs look great today. I think as a woman, you kind of are constantly trying to figure out where you stand on having children or not. That's like the big deviation in a lot of people's lives. Do you think you'd enjoy being in a mom's group? The reality is, you have seen my pets, my cat and my dog, like come and hang out with me all the time on stream. I know that having a cat and a dog is not like having children. It's really not. It's very different. It's quite different. But I often, when I think about it, realize that, yeah, I would love to be a mother. I think I'd be a great fucking mother. I love children who are not even my own kids. And I imagine that if it was my own kid, I would love it even more. Oof, but children are so expensive and so terrifying and... Oh my god. There was an article talking about the most popular way for millennials to make decisions is like the open door decision. Millennials don't like closed door decisions, which means a closed door decision is once you make the choice, the opposite choice is closed off to you forever. And that's like, is very similar to having children. Once you decide to become a parent, you don't really get to choose to undo that. It's often frowned upon and jailed. Nice thighs today, V. Nice thighs every day? Go fuck yourself. Get on those fertility drugs to increase your odds for twins. Risk of overshooting, though. Because I'm already 35, I'm gonna have geriatric pregnancies if I get pregnant at all. And the chances of twins actually goes up the older you get as a woman. Which I guess because, like, the fertility treatments. I'm not rushing, you guys. We're not doing this today. We're not doing it today. We're just talking about it. Okay. If, and that's a big if, I ever have kids, I would want only one. Unless it's twins. I've already helped raise my brother from infancy, so baby counter is lower for me. Yeah. Yeah. This guy's talking about Buddhism. But what if you have triplets or quadruplets? I'll always know that I was a cat then. There is cat DNA inside of me. I hope that's not rude. I hope I didn't make a very rude joke. It's supposed to be lighthearted. In 2025, it seems like a big stress factor. Oh yeah, let's take our next break. Ooh, yay, more photo taking time. V, legit, goddess of explaining things in a clear way. I'm over here frowning about the infant side. They say that if you save your eggs, you can have kids at an older age. Yes. Yes. I had a friend who did that. And her choice was because her doctor told her that he was like, you are probably going to have difficulty conceiving because she has, sorry, not to like explain all of her medical history, but it's very common in women. She has endometriosis. So for her, it was very important for her to freeze her eggs. I've been incredibly fucking lucky, like crazy fucking lucky, that I've not had any endometriosis. I've never had any like intense periods or anything. I think if I went to my doctor and I was like, I want to get pregnant right now, they would be like, okay, go ahead and try for a while, and then if you're having difficulty conceiving, then we can think about like maybe doing IVF or other treatments. I don't even know what the other treatments are. IVF is kind of like the big one, right? These are all for future V to work on and decide, not for today. Today I'm still on the fence of if I like, imagine having a fucking kid, guys. Crazy. You guys are just imagining producing the semen that turns into kids. And I'll let you get into that. Okay, I'm gonna take my break. I'll be right back. did it. I did it. I posted my butt on the Instagram for you. And it's a good butt. It's great. It's great from behind. The whole deal. I'm on board with the entire buttocks. I really am. The flesh, the muscle, the fat, the bones therein. I feel like I've been doing great work on my butt bones because I've been thinking about my hip alignment. So this hip is overly tight on the inside of this leg. So anytime I go to like sit cross-legged, this leg will like fall right open, and this leg kind of get, and you can actually, oh, you know what's so interesting? I think you can see the difference also in my arms. Like this one should go down a little bit further, but then it gets that, if I try to lean it down, look at that muscle's back that I was saying. Like this shouldn't be flexed. Oh. Ooh. Ouch. Oh, damn. Oh, and that's tender right there. Oh, that's tender. What does it mean? What does it mean to be so tender? Oh, I kind of like, I kind of like that actually. Okay. Oh, interesting. And I think it has to do with this hip being like not as flexible as it should be. Because what it feels like is that it's like tight, and then it like comes into this knot here, and then that knot like prevents all of this side from moving and having its own lived experience. It's just attached to my hip, which feels not as tight. Thank God, not as tight. What's interesting is the physiotherapist, my wonderful physiotherapist, taped up this leg. You guys remember that? I had like a pink outfit on that day because the tape was pink as well. And she was like, this should probably help with like getting that hip more in place. And it really did. And it really did. And it really did. But even more than her taping my leg to get my hip in place, I think was her doing the acupuncture on my fucking stomach. That really helped my legs goddamn relax. Have more like space in my body to feel the stretch. The photos are great. Yes! Thank you, Ritus. Yay! The photos are great, and the meme in between the photos is so good too. It's not easy being green. It's not easy being green. You gotta really maintain your boundaries when you're green. And I'm green today. Hello, greenies. Hello, my sweet, darling greenies. No mean greenies here. Absolutely no mean greenies. Only the kindest, nicest of greenies in my streamy. Like Gamer Acid Snake. So kind, so horny. So kind, so horny. Just the way I like it. Honestly, I'm here for it. Oh, I'm talking like ChatGPT. Or maybe ChatGPT talks like me. Oh, what was Bubbo saying? Dumb loser! If you've learned to let go and understand that little things shouldn't bother you. Yeah! And Dumb Loser said we should all run towards the danger, as V suggests, if she thinks it's good and helpful. I'm sure it is. I'm scrolling through it now. Then you're doing great. Hilariously, most people are aware and behave as such. They just don't have to go through the tumultuous learning to realize it, like me. And then North is getting caught up on, oh my god, we were talking about infanticide? Yeah, we were talking about how being a parent is... being a parent. How becoming like a mother or a father is a closed-door decision. Once you decide to have kids, you don't really get to undecide to have those kids. Unless, of course, you infanticide them or murder them. But then the truth is, once you have kids, they become the most likely person to murder you, right? Like, statistically? No. I thought I wanted to switch up the way that my feet are, but this is the most comfortable and looks the best. There's, like, very... I want to say, like, well, but then how well do we know it are? Because how many murders go unsolved? So they don't know what the relation was, or maybe there was no relation at all. But yeah, if you're a woman, the most likely person to murder you is your husband until you have children. And then once you have kids, the kid becomes the most likely person to murder you. Is it terrible that I'm like, my kid would never do that? I hear you, statistics. I'm listening. I'm taking it all in. And then at the same time, I'm like, but my kids wouldn't do that. What person has a child going, I think this fucker might kill me, who isn't in a Greek tragedy and therefore has no choice in what they're doing? because the gods have already decided all of this. I'm reading about Run Towards the Danger, Sarah Polly's book. As you mentioned, really useful. I don't know much about this topic. She's a Canadian artist, and so for me, I'm like, oh my god, all of this is like set in my fucking city. Like Sick Kids Hospital's right over there. And there's so many wonderful things to recognize in the storytelling as like, oh, I've had this experience, or like, oh, this is like familiar, but not because I've had it, just because I've heard of other people in the city having these experiences. So I wonder how much you would get it being a man who's probably not Canadian. So what you're saying, says Ritus, is that we shouldn't marry or ever have children, and then we will be less likely to be murdered? Literally, exactly, yes, Ritus. Yes. Literally, yes. This is why we're single. This is why we're single. Because the minute you get into a relationship, you get murdered. That's it. That's all there is. Oh. Is this my shoulder blade again? It is. Guys, my shoulder blade's coming to the side again. Okay. How do I stop myself from letting that shoulder blade migrate out? Think about pulling my shoulder blades together behind me and then down my back. Mm-hmm. It must be a habit that I've gotten into from sitting here on stream, like holding the tension in that part of my body in that way. It's so hard to undo it. It feels like I'm not doing it right. No, I need to do it just right. Hello, says Haluba? Is that one an L, or is that one a one? Hello, hello, how is all? It's good. It's good. I'm like working through my entire life's worth of tension accumulated in my body. And it's coming out, like the tension is loosening. I'm feeling more relaxed. I feel like I'm getting kind of better sleeps. But also, I woke up at 6:45 this morning so anxious. So, I can't even begin to describe how anxious I was. I thought we were all gonna die this morning. And I had this feeling so deep in my heart. I tried to like lay down on my back. I tried to breathe. I tried to relax through it. Couldn't do it. Took a beta blocker. Definitely took the beta blocker this morning. Oh, yes. And look up what beta blockers are. Go ahead and look it up. I have a very limited understanding exactly what they are, but my general small knowledge of beta blockers is that our brain will send beta signals to our heart telling us that we are in danger, that there is an emergency coming, that there is disaster on the horizon, and that we need to prepare. We need to get ready, which means your heart is fucking racing. The reality is your anxiety is just lying to you, and there's nothing that you need to worry about, and so your brain is inappropriately sending the beta signals to your heart to make your heart go crazy. And the beta blockers, ta-da, do exactly what we say they could do. They block the beta waves. So even if my brain is like, I don't know what is happening, I don't know how we're in danger, but I know that we're in danger, my heart at least is like, we are not in danger. There is nothing wrong. Everything is fine. Just beat like normal. But the difficulty with taking the beta blockers is that as I was getting ready for stream today and like looking at myself in the mirror, I definitely realized that I was very dizzy. Like looking at myself, I thought for a second, very quickly, oh no, chat's gonna have a hard time looking at me because I'm so spinny. And then I was like, wait a minute, I'm spinny because I'm looking at myself in a mirror, not because I'm actually spinning. I'm spinning from the inside, not the outside. Oh yeah. Ooh. Do. Yeah, says Jack Grimble. I would have been disappointed too if I woke up and we were still alive. Heartbreaking. If only we could wake up dead. In a video game, of course. I know that they tell you. So your name is Hope? Hope? Like the word hope. I'm just gonna call you Hope. Hope says, I know they tell you that a lot, but you're literally my favorite girl streamer, and I'm following only you, and I check all your streams. Oh, hello. Hello, new friend. Welcome. Yay. I'm glad you found me, and I'm glad that we found each other. This is great. The blockers are more of a fight or flight response that is normalized in certain people. You're not one of them. In fact, you're the opposite. What? Do you know me better than I know myself? Oh, oftentimes when people start talking to me like they know me better than myself, I check out a little bit. Beta blockers, also spelled beta blockers, are a class of medications that are predominantly used to manage abnormal heart rhythms and to protect the heart from a second heart attack after the first heart attack. Also, it's said that they lower blood pressure. It's why I feel dizzy. It's why I was feeling dizzy this morning, yeah. Definitely lowers your blood pressure. Yeah. Apparently, professional musicians and pianists use beta blockers to help them focus. Oh, yes. That's the first time that I heard about beta blockers was from a friend of mine who took it for her wedding. She was just like, I don't want to be anxious on my wedding day, and I know that I will be anxious on my wedding day. So her doctor prescribed her beta blockers for her wedding day. And she was like, yes, this is fucking great. Like, I just don't have my heart racing. It's amazing. It's wonderful. And so I definitely understand why professional musicians and pianists in particular, there's something that happens, and Sarah Polly talks about this in her book, Run Towards the Danger. Some of the greatest artists suffer from the absolute worst stage fright. And you wouldn't even begin to imagine that it could be possible. I think one of the most famous instances of suffering from stage fright was Ian Holm. Like Bilbo Baggins from Lord of the Rings. He was doing a play. I forget exactly what play it was. But he walked on stage, was supposed to start the monologue that his character says to begin the play. And he walked out on stage and he froze and he just walked out and then didn't do a stage play for years afterwards because he had stage fright, because he got into a headspace or a heart space where his mind, his brain, and his body were so vastly disconnected from his ability to make art, which is so frustrating. That's like not something that a lot of people consider. Imagine you have a wild amount of fucking natural talent. You literally have all the talent in the world, but you're still suffering from stage fright. And having all the talent in the world doesn't actually make the stage fright go away. He did get over it eventually. I'm pretty sure he acted in plays after that one. But there have been, Daniel Day-Lewis also, I think during a production of Hamlet. This one's pretty famous. He apparently actually saw the dead image, the ghostly image of his actual father on stage. And then he was like, I'm fucking out of here. This is terrifying. I can't do this. It's all too real. Oh, Dumb Loser is now singing the song from Cinderella. So, my friend Dumb Loser in chat. You don't have a lot of people to talk to. I can tell. There's a sort of I need to get out every thought way that people speak that tells you that, like, they don't have a lot of friends, they don't have a lot of people to talk to, so once they get the opportunity to have a free-flowing conversation with another person, what ends up happening is that every single thought just comes pouring out of you. And you end up doing things like singing random song lyrics. I'm the exact same way. I've had it happen too. If somebody says, like, kill the radio, it's very difficult for me not to go, video killed the radio star. Those impulses are very, very attractive And sometimes they are executed before we can even think about them. But yeah, you don't need to type out each and every one of your thoughts as you have them. It's okay. I think it's going to create a better flow of conversation if you don't. Yeah. Bootlegger says women with hot flashes from menopause could use the beta blockers. And then he ended it with LOL. And so obviously we now know that this man is a millennial. We know everything about you, sir, just by those 3 letters. Yup. And then more talking. That's good. That's lovely. Yeah. So the beginning of Run Towards the Danger by Sarah Polley, which again, I can't recommend enough. It's such a great little read. It's a short book too. It's not even 300 pages. She is talking about doing a Stratford play. If you guys know anything about Canada or anything about theater, the Stratford Festival is like the biggest, coolest play that you can get into. It's like Stratford or bust, basically, in Ontario for how high you want to achieve your acting dreams. So she's like maybe 13 or 14 years old at this point in her narrative, and she's doing this Alice in Wonderland play at Stratford. And I was like, I started the stream by talking about how yesterday on stream I noticed that like my shoulder blade was jutting out, like basically at a 90-degree angle from underneath my arm. And I was like, whoa, I do not like that. And now I'm kind of realizing, like, the Shaw Festival in Niagara-on-the-Lake is angry writing messages to you. I was gonna bring up Shaw Festival too, but then I was like, people barely know the fucking Stratford Festival. They're definitely not gonna know anything about the fucking Shaw Festival in Niagara-on-the-Lake, okay? But damn if you didn't put me in my place. Yes, you are correct. I think Sarah Polley was having a similar thing in being in this play, this Alice in Wonderland play, when she was like a little girl, when she was a little preteen, or teen maybe, that she was getting scoliosis. And that like, you can just get scoliosis because your spine is crooked. It happens for a bunch of different reasons. But I think hers was definitely attached to the posture of performance. There's something that, there's a man called something Alexander. His last name was Alexander. Who fucking knows what his first name is? But he created the Alexander technique, which lots and lots of actors use to get that performance tension out of their bodies. Yeah. Jack asks, did you just give yourself an earworm with the Video Killed the Radio Star line? Is it still going? I have a few songs that do that to me without fail. No, it's not that one. Although I do often get like an earworm stuck in my head where it's just one section of the song over and over and over again. I can't think of any of them recently that I've had right now, and that's for the best. That's for the best. That means that they're not here with me, and we're not bringing them back, you fucks. How dare you? Dumb Loser says, I saw my first play last year. It really opened my mind like an egg cracking open. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh man, Sarah's, get this. Oh man, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling large portions of this book for you. But also I'm hoping that if I talk to you about it enough, then maybe you'll read it too, and then we can both talk about it together, and then there'll be no spoilers. She started getting a really, really intense amount of stage fright, and her spine was getting so bent out of shape. It's like a crazy fucking degree. 60 degrees? Some kind of crazy degree. And she used her scoliosis. She went to the doctor and was like, I need surgery, and I need surgery right fucking now. And so sweetly, the doctor kind of noticed. The doctor was like, do you really need the surgery right now, or do you really need a break from everything that you're doing, which the surgery would give you? Such a sweet, astute doctor. Bird is the word is stuck in my head. Ba 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 ba. Bird is the word. That's a not bad one. I kind of like that one. Mostly because it's not stuck in my head, so I just get to enjoy it with all my own agency. I am a millennial. You got me. I've been on here before. Respect your regularity. Still going strong, and hats off. I mean, it's still fun. I'll stop doing it when it's not fun, but I'm still having fun. Good, good, good. We will not talk about the songs. Also, I've Googled this guy's name. It was Frederick Alexander. In case someone was interested, I suppose. Yes. Something Alexander. It was Frederick Alexander. He created this like Alexander technique, which, to be honest, in university was mostly just a lot of sitting around and breathing. I didn't really feel like we were getting it in university, but then again, I was so young in university. There were so many facets of my brain that hadn't developed yet. There were so many neurons that were not connected yet. Maybe the teachers were really, really great, wonderful fucking teachers, and I wasn't a bad student, I just wasn't like a ready student. I think it's possible. Frederick Alexander and his whole Alexander technique. If you ever study any acting or any theater or anything, you're gonna get like that Alexander technique fucking railed into you. Yeah, so if you're also like, I want to be an actor one day, get it. Get the Alexander technique going. That's interesting. I wanted to do Hamlet. It's really hard to even have the courage to audition. Yeah. And interestingly enough, oh, Iron Bunny, welcome back. I'm having a beautiful Wednesday. Thank you for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Auditioning for a play is kind of an entirely own unique experience than actually being in the play. Like, there are some people who are amazing fucking actors who audition terribly. And unfortunately, there are some people who often can audition really, really well. And then once they get into the role, it's like, oh my God, everything is falling apart. Everything is fallen apart hard. Oh! Ooh, that scared me. My backpack fell out of the closet. Now the dog's gonna come and investigate. Which one of you is astral projecting into my house and moving things around? Go make me more tea. If you're here. Thank you so much for the subscription, Iron Bunny. Iron Leppen. Is Hamlet a swashbuckling adventure? No, you don't see any of Hamlet's swashbuckling. That's all done off stage because it's expensive. It's expensive to do that. Yeah. But there's sword fighting. Sword fighting does not automatically make you a swashbuckler. Just like that earring only kinda makes you a pirate. Yep. Hi, Bao. Hi, puppy dog. Were you sleeping in the bed and now you're coming over here to say hi? She is such a fluffy dummy. I love her so much. My poor dog last night. We went for our walk. We were coming back in and I usually feed her dinner before or after the walk. Like, if you take them to go to the bathroom around the time that they're eating, it's a nice like food in and food out situation. But the entrance to the kitchen is right here. Like, through this curtain is the kitchen. It's just on the other side of this wall. And there's the chair that's right behind me that you can see, the Papasan chair that I used to sit on for stream. And then there's this chair that used to be back there, but is now over here in front. And so there's a small space, like enough space for one person to walk through between the chairs. But my cat, I have like a big, fat, angry looking black cat who is the like divine ruler and simultaneous terror of our house, was sitting just right in front of this curtain. Just sitting there. And my dog, oh my God, my poor dog. So fluffy, so sweet, and bigger than the cat as well. The dog is bigger than the cat. But the dog has a deep, innate respect for the cat. Was just sitting there. Was just sitting there sadly looking at me, sadly looking at the cat, and going, if the cat is sitting in front of the kitchen door, the kitchen might as well be on fucking Mars. I thought it was so sweet. I tried to encourage my dog. I was like, go on, go ahead. I was like, you can just walk past her. It's absolutely totally fine to just walk past the cat. And my dog was like, no. No. It's like saying it's fine to walk into hell. Poor dog, poor dog. I had to open the curtain and I had to walk through, and then the cat went through, and then the dog went through, and we were all in the kitchen together. But the like decorum, the sense of propriety that the dog has fucking cracks me up. I love that shit. What a good dog. What a neurotic baby. I can't get too close to the cat. The cat doesn't like you when I get too close to her, so I just won't ever get too close to the cat. Even if it means I'm, you know, separated from the food and water of the house. How Bal sees the cat in the doorway and it's just Kirby with a fucking knife. Except that the cat has like 7 knives. And then more knives in its mouth. Like Zoro from One Piece? Is that who it is who has all the knives? I've never watched any One Piece, but a couple of the characters are occasionally a little bit familiar to me. Oh, this is so true. But only on a sailing vessel. Oh, right. Having a smoking beard makes you a pirate, though. Oh, that poor actor actually got covered in burns because of his smoking beard. What an incredible dedication to the role to be like, yep, I'll just be scarred for life because of this beard. So true, but only on a sailing vessel. If your beard smokes on the shore, you're really just a creative homeless person or a very unlucky arsonist. Yeah, Zoro carries a sword in his mouth to hold on to 3. Yes. Yes, I don't need to watch One Piece. I've absorbed most of the important characteristics of the characters. Or maybe that means I'm more ready than ever to sit down and watch One Piece. Jesus, I don't mean to like doom cultivate or to make you worry, but I did see a very terrifying article about H1N2. It's like the current strain of bird flu that's happening on the planet. And I obviously didn't read the article, but I did read the comments. And the comments were like, oh shit. If the bird flu kicks off as a pandemic, it will make COVID pale in comparison, is what the comments were saying. So, okay, if we get another pandemic and we do the bird flu, I will stay inside and we'll watch One Piece together, guys. I'll put it on, I'll watch it. You guys can watch me watch it and get the live reaction of One Piece going together. Hello, beautiful dog. Hello, beautiful puppy. Oh my goodness, your brown eyes are so sweet and so soft. And your little wet nose is so adorable and expressive. And you are such a good dog. You are such a good dog. Do you want to come up? Do you want to come up and sit down over here? Come on up. You can come sit down right over here. It's a good spot for you. Good dog. Yeah, it's just me and my puppy wearing the Portuguese colors. Very Portuguese today. Very Portuguese. The most Portuguese colors. Very Portuguese. Will you get a hot tub and One Piece for it? No, there will never be. We're never doing the hot tub in the house. Never ever. No, thank you. Hi. But am I allowed to stream from my bathtub? Bird flu? I thought H1N was swine. It's not H1N1. I think it's H1N2. And it's bird, apparently. Or I'm wrong. In which case then I am ready to be corrected. Either way, we're fucked. There's geese on the porch. There's, without doxing myself, there's like a building outside of my building. Please don't stalk me with all of this very specific information. There's a building outside of my building, and some of my windows look at this building. And I was on the phone with my friend, and I walked into the living room, and I looked out the window, and I was like, ah! Because there were 2 full Canadian geese sitting on the top of this building staring at me through my living room window. And I was not expecting it, and they're so big. They're so big and they're so menacing, and especially on top of a building, just like staring at you, where I'm normally used to just seeing like happy, soft little pigeons who are my buddies. Those geese are terrifying. Those big motherfuckers. It's like having Batman stare at you. I'm totally gonna stalk you, V. Now I know that you live near a building, in a building, and that there are geese nearby this building, in the building, in Canada. Oh no, now you have all the information you need to make me disappear forever. Well, I'm dead. I'm dead. She's dead. She's dead and gone, guys. Bal, what will you do without me? Look at this 1,000-yard stare reading chat. Oh no. Oh no, she is reading your chat and she is unimpressed. She's not impressed with you. Oof. Bal. Hey, Bal? Don't read that. Don't read that if it's gonna depress you. Yeah. Oh, Brandon. Don't look, Bal. Don't look. Good worry, Bal. You didn't miss anything. Jamgeo, I was just talking about you. I was just talking about you earlier. You were the user who subscribed, and I was like, you are Korean. I did it again today. I did it to somebody else. They said that I was a Twitch model, and I was like, oh, English is your third language, isn't it? And the guy was like, yes, Greek is my first language, and French is my second language, and English is my third language. I'm getting all my intuitions up and about. Is it Bal or Bao? It's both. You can spell it with one A or with two A's, whichever way you want. I like it kind of with two A's because it looks like it's like a demon's name. Like the demon Bal. And honestly, who doesn't love that? Are you my baby demon? Are you my sweet fluffy demon? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. She's just too cozy. Yes, you are my sweet fluffy demon. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Look at how serious she is. Also, please notice that our hair matches perfectly. Is that how you know she's my oh. It's so cute. You're so cute. You're out of control. I'm saving all my channel points for a treat for the puppy. She loves treats. She deserves all the treats, doesn't she? Yes, she does. Oh, she's tired. She is. She's always very tired. I feel a little bad that I can kind of tell that she's kind of on high alert. That she's like a little hypervigilant. I wish I could. Yeah, I wish I could help you calm down. I'm trying to help her calm down by being extra calm myself. So like when she barks, instead of being like, no, Bal, don't do that. Instead I whisper and I say, shh, we're not being loud right now. And like sometimes that works. Is it okay for the dogs to be hypervigilant? I'm literally like, I don't want her to be stressed. In French, parfait means perfect. No. Parfait means layers. Like an ochre. Then again, I speak absolutely zero French. All I have is this stupid accent. I love that me and the dog have matching hair. That's not an accident. I definitely wanted to get either like a brown or a black dog. Because I have a black cat. And so I thought we would all match together. You could look like my daughter. We could all match together. And also, do you guys remember the opening of 101 Dalmatians? Where there's like all the people who are walking their dogs and the people look like their dogs? I love that I look like my dog. People mistake me for a man all the time. My dog's the same. It's probably not the best, but my dog has separation anxiety, so she's hypervigilant for anyone leaving or anyone coming back home. It's something that, like, I'm so grateful that Bal, I mean, she doesn't love it when I leave her alone. She will get very anxious if she sees me packing a bag and taking it outside the house. Because she's definitely learned that, like, when I pack a suitcase, it's not all the time that she gets to come with me. The couple of times that I've packed a suitcase, she's been so distressed, and I've had to tell her, you're coming with me, we're going on vacation together, you're not being left behind. But then even like on the car ride to our destination, wherever we're going together with the suitcase, she cries the whole time because she anticipates that she's going to be left somewhere. And she hasn't like gotten it in her head that like, you're coming on vacation too, we're going together. So a little bit of crying is okay. Now, some dogs can get such severe separation anxiety that when you leave them at home, they like have accents. Accents. Pfft, the dog comes back. It's speaking in a French accent. No, they have accidents. They can like have accidents. They can lose control of their bowels. They can start chewing on things. They can start licking themselves. They can just like scream and bark the whole time. I was worried about her when I wasn't here. Like, what does she do? What does she do when I'm not here? Does she get anxious about me? And every once in a while, I will come home. And I will hear her barking up a fucking storm. And I'm just like, you're such a bad dog. Mercifully, it doesn't seem like it's happening all the time. Mercifully, it's like one every 10 times I come back and she's causing a ruckus. You're being so loud, silly dog. He's a silly dog. Oh, is that such a silly dog? Shake, 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 my silly dog. Le wouf, mademoiselle. Le wouf et le growl. Bonne nuit. Woof, woof. My dog did start destroying stuff, so we had to buy a cage for her. I taught Bal how to be crate. I did crate training with Bal when she was born. She had her own little crate in the kitchen that she definitely grew out of. But the crate training was excellent. The crate training was so fun. It felt terrible. It felt awful to like lock her up in a little cage and then to ignore her like sad crying. But what was wonderful is that it taught her, number one, to just like chill out and fucking relax, which is very valuable. Also, it helped me teach her to not freak out and bark and jump all over me every time I come home. Unfortunately, we didn't get to teaching her not to freak and jump and bark all over everyone else, but she doesn't do it when I come home. And that's because she would be in her crate. I would come home and she would start like screaming and barking and crying. And then I would just turn around and walk away. And then I would come back and she would make noise and I would walk away. And then I would come back and she would be quiet. And then I'd let her out and she learned that like, oh, being quiet is what gets me closer to you. The other major benefactor of doing the crate training was that it potty trained her. It like greatly reduced the expansive nature of her accidents, where like I usually just had to clean up accidents that happened in the crate or around the crate. And I wasn't like finding accidents throughout the house days later or anything. Because her her location was very scheduled. And it helped her learn how to go to the bathroom outside better too. Her cage is pretty big for her, so she has some space. She has learned to be more chill in the cage. Yeah. It can be relaxing for them. It gives them a break from that hypervigilance, because they can tell that like we're putting them away. We want them to do something else. Mr. Zero Cool, thank you for 20 months in a row of subs. Oh my god. Thank you. Oh man, it feels so good to know that you and I have been chilling and thrilling for 20 fucking months. That's amazing. Thank you. Yeah. Look at the lean. Look at the lean that she does. You'd think that she'd be annoyed with me like fiddling with her ears and trying to kiss her snoot and grabbing her little face. But she's still, guys, I get still this lean. This sweet puppy lean. I love you, puppy lean. Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. She gives me the cute aggression. My ex-boyfriend, the Big Turk, who's like now just a good friend, I think. Yeah. The Big Turk gets such cute aggression with her, where he just wants to give her a squeeze, and then she yelps. And I go, oh my god, you're hurting my dog. But also, I think she does it for fun. I think she does it for fun because she knows that he wants her to, like, make noise. And she's a dog and she likes making noise. If she didn't like it, she wouldn't get close to him. Like, she's very, very particular about who is allowed to touch her and who is allowed to be near her. And she'll let you know that you are not privileged to touch her. She will just duck away from you and look at you like, what the fuck? She even listens to me when I tell her to get in when I'm heading out. To be honest, it's helped keep her bowls in there from time to time, so she would sometimes get in there herself to get a snack. Yeah! When we still had the crate, and she was a smaller puppy, because like now her crate would have to be pretty fucking big. I don't think I have space for a crate that would have to be that big. But when she was little, she would go sleep in the crate as well, even with the door open, just to hang out. Because it felt like it was like her bedroom. It was her space. But now everywhere is her space. My bed is her bed. My face is her face. She's so, like, I can see her taking care of me. You don't need to take care of me. You don't need to. I'm fine. My friend's lab comes over, like he wants a pet, and then he just walks away when you start. Oh! He just wanted the option to say no. Smaller mailer. Smaller mauler? Yeah, it rhymes. I like your hair. Thank you. I love the curls too. So thick, so fun, so bouncy, so curly, kind of frizzy, little Hermione-ish. I love it. Okay, so she's not uncomfortable in the crate. That just becomes your go to your room tactic. Nice. It really is like go to your room. As long as the crate is large enough for the pet, there should be like, I don't know, sometimes they're like, yeah, put food and water in there. You can put some toys or treats in there. You can put like a blanket in there. Sometimes it's like, no, don't put anything in there. Just let them have like an unstimulated space for them to relax. It's so good for them. I think it really helped. Her and I bond also. There's a feeling, I don't know if you guys have ever gotten this, but like when you're responsible for a life, it's like you can never put down that cup. You have to constantly be like doing stuff. So her going into the crate when she was a puppy was an excellent time for me to be like, oh right, I have my own life outside this dog that I need to live and attend to. And now because you were in the crate, I could do it. I could do it real well. Okay, one final break for stream. Will you guys survive a whole 10 minutes without my thighs? We'll have to wait and see. I have a very serious question for you. If I eat a lot of cherry tomatoes, which I do eat a lot of cherry tomatoes, and I shit in your lawn consistently, how long would it take for your lawn to start growing a cherry tomato plant? Be honest. Like, quick? Or does the process of being digested sort of remove the ability to plant? Time is of the essence, so I need these answers now. Hello. I just had a snack. My favorite snack is hummus and crackers and baba ganoush and cherry tomatoes. It's my like absolute number one favorite go-to snack. I love the crunch. I kind of realized this a few years ago. That I was like, when I'm snacking, obviously flavor is king. The flavors need to be good for sure. But I really just love the crunch of it. Breaking it down in my mouth. The masticating of it. So good. So good. I think we would just, I think we digest them. Like the seeds would be broken down by our bodies. I love cherry tomatoes. Very possibly, do the seeds get ruined by the human digestive system? That's the question, right? Yeah. I think if you chew the seeds, no. I mean, I don't chew the cherry tomato seeds are so small and they're covered in goo, right? So you can't, I mean, unless you really purposely like wedge one between your two teeth and crack down on it yourself. Literally most of the seeds are, unchewed, swallowed. Just try it out for science. Okay, give me your address and let me know which lawn is yours. And then I will start shitting on your lawn. Yeah, good. Amazing questions. Asking the real questions. Asking the real questions. Don't they have cyanide? No, you're thinking of apple seeds. I think you're thinking of apple seeds. I'm pretty sure apple seeds have like very, very tiny amounts of cyanide in them. Yeah. This guy's having a bad time. He's like, your microphone volume is too low. I go to other streams and it's fine, and you're too far away from your mic. I think each and every one of us realized this guy gave himself his own solution, which is that if you, you can just go to those other streams then. Yeah. Yeah, the volume is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't think it's a huge problem personally. Yeah, I know I was thinking of some kind of seed. Yeah, apple seeds have trace amounts of arsenic. I just found a tomato seed in my lip. I'm going to try to eat it. I'm going to try to chew it. Okay, I finally got it. It's so slippery. It's covered in seed goo. You know, like what you guys are creating watching my stream? The seeds are also covered in goo. Seed goo. Oh no, apples are cyanide, not arsenic. Okay. Makes sense. Good to know. Don't eat apple seeds. Do not eat apple seeds. Don't do it. But cherry tomato seeds, go nuts. Go nuts, cherry tomato seeds. You get in there, you just fucking love it. And I will. And I do. We all believed when we were little that if we ate the watermelon seeds, then the watermelon would grow in our stomach and we'd die. We'd die from it. There's a beautiful 10-episode cartoon called Over the Garden Wall. If you've watched Over the Garden Wall, you don't need me to tell you how beautiful it is. And if you've never seen Over the Garden Wall, you are so lucky. I am so envious of you because you get to watch it for the first time. You get to experience Over the Garden Wall for the very, very first time, to go on to the journey without knowing where the end is, and to just feel it and get into it, real loving it. Just, oh, fuck me, yeah. I love Over the Garden Wall. Spoilers. There's a part where somebody goes, "Oh my God, there's a plant growing inside of him." And spoilers, the character goes, "No, I was just eating leaves." And it'll never not make me laugh, but then also cry. Oh God, the plant's growing inside of him even. No, I was just eating leaves. It's so out of place, so inappropriate, and then also so perfect for the story. It's so good. Oh, I love it. Hello, my pretty kitty. This is the scary kitty cat that prevented the dog from walking into the kitchen yesterday. She was just doing exactly this. She was just sitting there. But look at her. Look at her. She's made of nightmares. She's Vanta Black with just knives. Look at her little knives. Knives. These are where the knives live. I love you, my good knife. I love you, my good Vanta Black. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, 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 I love you. I love you, 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 I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. She's looking at the dog. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Don't look so sad. Don't look so angry at the dog. And then the dog just sitting here patiently waiting with the toy. I love you too, Belle. Go get it. Oh, look at this kitty. Oh, look at... I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. She's so soft and she's so scary. And she's letting me love her so much. I'm very lucky. I'm a very lucky woman. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Oh my God, I'm so happy I could die. I just love her so much. And I think it's like the most wonderful feeling for a cat to choose you. And her pretty green eyes match my dress today. Yay. Okay, are you all done? Ah, she let me cuddle her for so long. Oh, and now it's time to beat me with her tail. Yep, getting slaps. Get slapped with the tail. I love her so much. What advice would you give to someone trying to break up with their partner after 3 years, but you want to stay friends? Oh, Soldier. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Okay, so it's possible. It's absolutely possible to stay friends with your ex after a breakup, but it's not possible right away. The best way to break up with somebody is to do it as respectfully as possible. If you can end the relationship with them in a respectful way, then you can go apart from each other and then come back together as friends later. It's definitely possible. I've seen it done, but it's because the breakup was done with an intense amount of respect. The space is not really, to be honest, it's not about space. It's about respect. It's about respect. Sometimes respecting somebody is giving them space, but it also means that sometimes respecting somebody is giving them attention as well, especially the type of attention that like exes require. They do. There's a special type of like fucking post-mortem after a breakup that leaves you real fucking raw, real in a state of Vulnerability. So you do the breakup respectfully. You do it face to face. You do it on their home turf. So if you guys are living apart, you go over to their place. Or if you guys are living together, you promise to find an Airbnb for the night or to go stay with a friend, and you give them the space that they need. You have to tell them the truth. You need to be honest with them. It's long distance, Sally, so it's gonna be difficult to meet up. Oh, I see. Okay. No, actually, that's not bad. That's great, actually. That means that when you talk to them, they will already be in their space. Exactly. So you can call them. I think it would be good to give them a heads up that the conversation that you'll be having is going to be intense, and that they probably want to be somewhere that they feel comfortable and that they are safe by, like safe around. Don't have this call like on their way home from work. Don't have this call like an hour before they're gonna go out the door because they have to go, I don't know, to like their little brother's concert or something. Be respectful, like be very, very respectful. Don't try to spring it on them without them knowing. Like, I know that it can feel very rude to sort of seed the idea that this relationship is not going to continue, but it's just painful but necessary. It gives people time and space to think about it instead of being blindsided with brand new information, which completely shuts down your ability to actually think or feel. I was thinking of calling them after work when they're home in the evening. Are they going to be going to work the next day? Or can you time this so that they have like a day off? Can you do this on, like, it's when you break up with somebody, you should do it on a Friday so they can have all weekend to like chill out and be on their own. If you're going to fire somebody from their job, do it on Monday so they can take the week off of work. Yeah, I think doing it on Friday. So you can start today, which is Wednesday. You can start with like, start with being honest about how you're feeling. It might sound a bit crazy. Maybe it is crazy, but you're coming to me for advice, so I'm just going to give it to you. Talk to them about how you're feeling. Say like, I am feeling this way about my future, and that's making me think about my future in a different way. If you talk about your feelings with your partner, it's a good foundation for them to understand what you're going to do with your actions. Ooh, North Countryman from TikTok says, is it weird for one person in a relationship to solo travel on vacation if the other is busy? No, I was listening to a podcast episode of Esther Perel, and she was encouraging this couple. She's like, it's very strange that couples feel like they must travel together. Why? I mean, it's obviously so wonderful to travel with your partner and to like go on a vacation together, but also it should not be stigmatized whatsoever if one person's like, I want to go to India, and the other partner is like, I don't want to travel. I don't want to go. I think it's totally fine for one person to travel on their own. Yeah, some people don't like the same vacation places. Some people don't like the same type of vacations. Like, my family is like, we need to go do we need to do guided tours constantly. I'm like, that's not a vacation. A vacation is just laying next to the water. Jack says, I gotta commend this. It's good advice, like rarely high quality in this day and age. V is legit the goddess of dating advice. That's me, baby. I just listened to the goddess of dating advice, which is Esther Perel. I think that's been the biggest fault in our relationship, in that we haven't been good at expressing our feelings together. Oh, well, Soldier, then, I mean, that's very astute, but also, does that feel like one of the reasons why you are not interested in continuing the relationship? Because I think that's something that you can pretty confidently work on a little bit every day in the relationship. But I can see why not having a good grasp on the emotional status of your partner would make it feel like you need to break up. Yeah. I think North Countryman, people are not upset about the idea of their partner going on vacation without them. I think many people kind of realize that if you're going to a brand new place without any connections, all by yourself, you can kind of do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. And I think so many people are like, I would cheat. That's where the cheating would happen. Like the cheating tourism is, I think, where a lot of people's minds go when like they think about what if my partner wanted to go. I feel like there's a joke, like an old classic joke about that, about a guy being like, my wife's going on like a solo vacation to Italy or something, and the punchline is cheating. And they're not wrong. It is much easier to be unfaithful on vacation. Much easier to be nobody knows you. There's not going to be somebody who's like, oh, I see that guy going to church with his wife and now I'm seeing him with a different woman fucking bumping uglies behind the Dairy Queen. When you're on vacation, everyone's like, that's just a fucking tourist. I don't know if he's fucking a prostitute or if he's fucking his wife who's a prostitute. But I know she's a prostitute. Sorry. So rude. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. Bingo, that's me. No matter what I tried, I could not get the girls I dated to open up to express their feelings to me. Oh, what? I mean, yes. I feel like you just said, no matter how hard I tried to catch the rainbow in a jar, I could never get it. You're not supposed to catch the rainbow in the jar. You're not supposed to get the girls that you're dating to tell you about their feelings. You are supposed to volunteer your feelings and your thoughts about your feelings. It can't just be an emotional dumping of like, I'm so angry, I can't believe this fuckwit at my job was such a fucking moron. Like, in a way that is expressing your feelings, but it has no mindfulness attached to it, which is the necessary component for you to be able to connect with your partner on a intrinsic level. You have the feelings, and then you think about the feelings. So you come home to your partner and you go, I had a really terrible day at work. There's this guy at work who is always fucking bothering me. He is lazy and he is distracted and he never gets the work done. And there you have some mindfulness. You're like, I have a really, really intense feeling. My intense feeling is because of this other person's actions. And then the reality is, with most work problems, it's just that that person has their own personal life. And that they're fucking struggling in their own individual way that's then seeping into their work life. So these are the types of like relationship conversations that feel connective and feel supportive. And you don't need to solve the problem either. There's no like, you need a solution on how to deal with this guy at work. It really is just as simple as saying, yeah, he seems like he is being an asshole and is really distracted. He probably doesn't have somebody to come home to and talk about his feelings with like you do. I'm so glad that you told me about this. I'm so glad that we get to work on this together. So now when you go back to work, you don't have to feel so alone. You can think about me laughing it off with you right there. I remember hearing this Am I the Asshole story of a man who wanted to go on vacation other than like Disney, and his wife would still work Disney into their vacations. They booked a hotel in Hawaii and found out that it was a Disney resort, and their wife got injured backing into the garage door and couldn't go to Hawaii anymore for vacation, but they could go to Disney. No! No! Oh my God, no! Oh no, no. Oh man, I mean, like, let her go to Disney, let her have her fun, but also, it can't just be one thing. It can't just... That poor man. And you definitely get into that relationship. What's so interesting is that if this is real, and we asked that guy, so when you first met your wife, what drew you to her? What was the most attractive thing about her? He probably would have rated her playfulness in the top 5. And yet, that playfulness, long-term in a relationship, turns into a kind of fucking point of contention, as often happens in relationships. V, it was a great pleasure to catch you next time. Thank you for the great stream. Also, chat, you lads and lasses are brilliant. Sometimes. The final update was so sad to hear because he was gaslit into wanting to go to Disney again. Oh. Oh, jeez. I mean, I want to say that maybe there are worse places to go on vacation, but Disney in 1993 made the slave experience. I'm struggling to find anything fucking worse than that. All things in moderation, including moderation. So moderate of you. Okay, friends, it's 4 p.m. I did it. I did my stream today. I'm very proud of myself because I woke up, I told you guys, with such an intense amount of fucking anxiety. But oftentimes my anxiety holds me back from doing the things that I want to do. Not today. I said, anxiety be damned. I'm taking my stream on my emotional adventure of the day, and we did it, and I love it, and I love you for watching. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It means so much to me that you guys love me enough to support me financially. It actually makes a difference. And I never tell you how much I appreciate it because I'm too busy screaming at your stupid simping ways. But you know you like that even better. You know you like it even... Oh, Selkie's streaming. Yay. Go hang out with Selkie. Yay! Selkie's doing the exercise that you all should be doing, my dears. Go on. Get going. Enjoy it. Have a great... tomorrow's therapy day. Tomorrow's therapy day. We'll be back on Friday. I'm very excited to see you guys on Friday in whatever adorable outfit I put on for you. / don't put on for you. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. Have a good rest of your day.